pyro at our intros. It's awesome.
Cameras.
They're going. Corbin's going.
I don't know. That heater's sounding more and more.
What? There's 7 minutes on the clock.
And that clock's going to tick down to Pointe. Oh, no, I guess not.
Let's just give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Do we? Mike, need to turn him up on the penalties?
Just like you.
That's what I thought. That's like my main jobs.
This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by
Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Comfort Fit Dentures, Summit Regional Medical Center,
Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport,
and Horn Auto Center.
And now, Sholo Ford presents high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Since 2006, Beeler Orthodontics has been creating spectacular smiles in the White Mountains. Dr. Beeler and his team use innovative technology and cutting-edge orthodontics while still providing a hometown experience. From traditional braces and clear aligners to surgical orthodontics, Dr. Beeler works with smiles of all ages. So call them today to schedule a complimentary exam at 928-537-7775 or visit them at BeelerOrtho.com. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
A very good evening, and thank you for joining us from Sholo High School, where the Cougars, coming into the playoffs #4, are taking on the #5 Paradise Honors Panthers. As I'm Derek Palmer alongside Aaron Hewish. A quarterfinal matchup, White Mountain football. It's cold. Got a team from Avondale or somewhere thereabouts,
East LA,
where it is not cold. How do you think that's going to play?
You know, Derek, we were noticing in the pregame that quite a few number, if not all, the Paradise Honors players had the cold gear, the tight spandex cold gear, and I think that's going to play a factor. However, we noticed that Sholo's big guns did not have it, so it could come down to a ball control game, ground and pound. Paradise Honors likes to sling it a little bit, so it could come down to who can hold on to the ball the best and move it down the field on the ground.
And talking about those Paradise Honors slingers, as they're out there doing the toss where it looks as if Paradise Honors is going to receive. Didn't see if that was because they had won the toss, but they're going to get the ball first. Interesting if they had won it to try to get the ball first before it's going to get even colder still. How difficult is it to sling it around, especially when you're not used to these conditions?
I don't know, Derek. For all we know, they could have kind of practiced at the Coyotes ice rink this week and got some practice on this stuff. But one thing that we got to talk about, too, is that as this game moves on, the frost is going to settle a little bit, and we're going to have a little thin layer of moisture on the field, and the traction's going to get pretty bad. So Paradise Honors is in it for a chore.
Gage Baker's a quarterback. He's completed 73% of his passes, again, in much different conditions. 334 yards a game. How about this? 48-6 touchdown to interception ratio.
Pretty good.
He spreads it around. They got eight receivers that have been regularly targeted. So
You know, the Sholo secondary is pretty good, though. I look for the matchup to be pretty big between this secondary and these athletes that the Sholo Cougars have. And you look at going out there, look at the 3 or 4 Bear sleeves I see going forward.
Coming out to kick it away is Calvin Morgan for the Cougars. Back to receive.
Looks like number 17, and that is Josh Morales. And on the other end, I cannot tell.
Can we get a shot of the receivers? The other one. All right, well, it's away, and it's short, and it's angling toward he whose name we do not have currently, and he's looking for a little bit of blocking help as he comes up with the 25, winds up staggering over to the 30, well covered there by the Cougars, as that was Jaden Lailson, who was there for that.
Looks like Sergio Villalba there to help on the stop for the Cougars.
So out comes Baker. Got Paradise Honors after that Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at NPC. Pay the lowest tuition in the state. Paradise Honors wearing blue hats, white tops, blue pants. Sholo wearing black. As out Baker from the shotgun. Backs on either side. Now moving closer to the line is Morales. As he drops back, he's looking to throw immediately. Pressured, tucks it. He's run over the line of scrimmage. He's at the 35, over the 40, and has enough for a Comfort Fit Dentures first down after the pressure was not able to bring him down.
It looked like Brewer was helping there on the stop, but let's look at the replay here to see who gets him down for the Cougars. And it actually looks like Nash was there, but it was number 52 for the Sholo Cougars. And that is Armoni Flores.
11:30 here with the first possession ongoing as Baker again drops back, pressured, sets up a screen where he's got his man in the flat over the 50, makes another man miss to get over the 45, but he stepped out of bounds at the 46. But 2 very good plays here to start things off here for the Panthers.
And a quick move down the field. Derek, a note of something here is on the sidelines, the track is not very far off the field, so as that Paradise Honors player was tackled, he came in on the track. I didn't think it was a late hit. I didn't think it was very close. Good call there by the officials, and we have a stoppage in play to set the chains, and we're going to be ready to go. We're going to get the signal wind from the white hat, and we're going.
I believe that reception was had by Garrison Ast, who's one of many receivers who catch for a lot of yards as they come out in the pistol now. Man in motion going right to left is Stabler. Single man alone on the near side as now he's joined out of the backfield. Instead to give is the first opportunity for Cooper as he's stopped after a 2-yard gain. A nice job gaining 2 out of it, but Vance Cooper, he does a bulk, if not almost all of the groundwork for the Panthers as he's rushed for 101 yards a game. When you combine that with his 44 yards passing, or that receiving, he is an awfully busy guy. Baker now working from the shotgun, 2nd and 8, handoff Cooper, but there's the Sholo speed forcing him out of bounds after a loss of 3.
You know, Derek, the last 2 plays, number 56 for the Cougars, Stetson Walters, has been in there, and whoever has to block that young man tonight is in tall order. He has been an absolute rock for the Cougars on that offensive and defensive. You're back. You're back.
All right, sorry for the difficulties.
Yeah.
But we are back with power, as that was a 3rd and goal situation, as the Panthers have had a really hard time running the football. Vance Cooper now -2 yards. And now, after this wide receiver screen, where Ast catches it, makes 2 3-man miss, and then gets decked going out of bounds while lunging for the pylon.
Number 54 there for the Cougars. Looked like there was a late hit out of bounds, and that's Zane Engel. And it looks like he
In and out.
Yes.
So a late hit out of bounds. They're saying that he was already out of bounds, and the big punch on Garrison Ast, who I have credited with 3 catches for 30 yards, has made it now 1st and goal again, this time from the 3. That was a 3rd down stop. He was continuing to lunge for the football. So now here it is, 1st and goal from the 3, no score, 9 minutes and 19 seconds. As the backfield is emptied behind Baker. With time, throws this one in, and an interference flag comes as the intended man was Stabler.
And Derek, that's going to be half the distance to the goal, but it's going to remain 4th down, I believe, because there is no automatic first in high school.
Well, they picked up the 1st down on the pass or the.
Nope, that's not a automatic first in high school. Your high school 4, you have the 4 roughings.
Okay, okay, the scoreboard's showing different than the sticks.
No, the sticks is 4th down. He just signaled 4th down, but in high school there's only 4 automatic first down penalties. It's called the roughings.
Okay.
Roughing the snapper, roughing the holder, roughing the kicker, and roughing the passer are your only first down penalties. Therefore, they get half the distance, but it is going to remain 4th down for these Paradise Honors Panthers.
We have an official in the booth and an education ongoing. So 4th and goal, now from the 1. They have not been able to run the football with any success. And they again empty the backfield. Baker drops back, looking left. Pump fake, now throw into the corner where his man is caught. And it's a touchdown, a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown, and a 70-yard drive to start things for Paradise Honors, though aided with first an unsportsmanlike flag, a late hit out of bounds, and then a pass interference flag.
Derek, it looks like he just broke away and caught down. We're going to have a good look on our replay right here, and sure enough, he came down with both feet in bounds. Derek, for this PAT, it's going to be interesting to see how the Cougars respond to that. I didn't think they expected this Paradise Honors team to march right down on the field and put it down in the end zone that first play, but congrats to them for being on the board first.
Much of that was made as they're now lined up to go for 2. Apparently very little faith in the kicking game for the Panthers, as Baker, now looking to the right, has this one caught to the man in motion.
Derek, is it little faith in the kicking game, or is it that it's cold and your holder, snapper aren't used to kicking in this?
That was actually the leading receiver in Jaden Lalson, who has his first touch, and it makes it 8-0. Paradise Honors with the lead with 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter on Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
We're live.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. You'll pay the lowest tuition in the state. 8-0. Paradise Honors leading after a 70-yard drive. Again, could not tell whether or not they had won the toss and elected to receive or what had happened, but speculated that it was probably a good decision if they wanted to come out and sling it before it became exceptionally cold, as Nash Brewer is back ready to receive a kick that's angling away from him, has a good shot of going out of bounds or into the end zone, and settles on the ladder.
going to come out to the 20-yard line there. Brewer smart on letting it go, and we get to see this first look of the Cougars offense. And Derek, if you saw much of their game last week, saw any highlights at all, you can tell that it was hard to slow down this offense against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets last week.
Bit of a contrast in styles here, as the Panthers have a bevy of receivers who have caught for at least 45 yards. Sholo comes out with Brewer, who's run for 68, Kishbaugh 90 a game, Jet Walker 47 a game. But they're going to spread it out here with Brewer boasting an empty backfield, 5 receivers along the line, now a lot of motion, and Pedraza is going to wind up in the backfield as Brewer goes under center. First possession here for the Cougars and showing some pressure. It's well guarded against as Brewer.
That ball was straight slapped down there by that Paradise Honors defensive line. If we look on the replay, we're going to see. And Derek, that was interesting because it looked to me, and I don't know how crazy this sounds, but it looked to me like Paradise Honors brought 7 that time on that first play of the game to try to establish a little defensive dominance. The cold already getting to my vowel sounds during the first part of this game.
Brewer's thrown for 141 yards a game, 20 touchdowns, so it's certainly something that is within his capabilities, as now he goes under center with split backs behind. Going to keep this one as he's looking for a little bit of blocking help, but instead going to be dragged down. A nice shoestring tackle we might be able to credit, as they're on the stoppage for the Panthers is number 56.
Number 56 is Bodie? Junkus? I don't quite know.
Well, Junkus, until somebody tells us that we're as stupid as we are ugly. They know where the chat is. 3rd down and 7. After Brewer called his own number and could only force his way out a bit. Got trips going to the right. Single man in the backfield is Pedraza. He's again looking to pass, now pressured. Junkus again trying to get on him as he unloads. Able to get his man at the 30. Room to run over the 40, and then brought down at the 45 as there on the reception is Colton Cloyd.
All right, for official signals first down, we're going to move the chains. I don't see any flags. It looks like we're going to spot the ball, and we are going to have ourselves a first down for the Sholo Cougars.
Correction, that's Colton Tidwell. Colton Tidwell on that catch. And it's a Comfort Fit Denture first down. Push it out to the 43. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. 8 minutes to play in the first. In the neutral zone is one of the Panthers, and there are the flags.
That's a neutral zone infraction. That's going to go as an encroachment on the defense, and we're going to get that signal right now.
Brewer, who had attempted to pass on the first down play, had it blocked at the line of scrimmage and sent back. That time, I am confident that he had been nearly tackled when he had thrown that one. It looked like he was going down.
It looked like he was going down, but again, I don't know if he was being tackled or just being pursued. He was close there, but he got the ball out.
1st and 5, another empty backfield for Brewer. A man coming in motion right to left. Give the call. Kishbaugh try to cut it up, slips, but still has his footing as he gets over the 50. Stopped at the 45, where he's brought down after he picks up a Comfort Denture first down on the gain of 9.
Derek, I see 4 Panther defenders standing around, which means that it took, if my math is correct, 7 to bring down Kishbaugh there. You look at Kishbaugh, they have him listed as 5'8", and they don't quite have a weight on him. They have 0, but we know that's not true.
Okay.
And but Kishbaugh, he is such a force and got in there, and a little bit of a wrecking ball on this defense.
8-0, the Cougars trail, but they have the ball in Panther territory. As Brewer fakes the handoff, rolls out, has his man caught in the flat over the 40, 35, 30, down the far sideline. Pedraza cuts back inside. He's got blocking help as he cuts further inside and gets into the end zone for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown.
Pedraza, great young man right there, Derek. Caught that ball, that cut, what is it, about the 30-yard line, 25-yard line on a replay, we'll see. He makes that cut upfield, and he was gone. Was that Pedraza or was that Kishbaugh? That was Kishbaugh.
Kishbaugh.
I'm sorry, Pedraza. Kishbaugh, good young man as well. He made that cut right there, it looks like at the 25, and Sholo is going to bring out the kicking unit.
I was going to say, it looked like Chicken had gained a little bit of foot speed there on that move down the far sideline.
Oh, I forgot that's what they call him. I forgot about that.
Kishbaugh is known for having that sort of quicks, is in to kick it away for the Cougars.
Calvin Morgan.
Morgan.
And looks like we're going to have another encroachment. These Paradise Honors guys do not understand that there's a little bit of a neutral zones there, so we're going to go half the distance, and that's going to give Sholo the option to put the offense back out on the field or just kick it.
Got to push the envelope.
Encroachment defense, and I see Kishbaugh coming back out, and I see the kicker coming off, and I see Pedraza coming on.
Well, Kishbaugh is still on the sideline. Pedraza is not.
No, I thought okay, Kishbaugh.
No, he's down here, so it looks like
Kishbaugh,
they got a power running situation with Jet Walker also back out. I formation going behind Brewer. Pedraza's the up man. Handoff Walker, trying the right side, and he runs it in a big hole. 8-8. After an 80-yard drive is capped by a 45-yard connection between Brewer and Kishbaugh.
Great job by the freshman Walker there to tiptoe in that end zone behind that power run game that's worked so well for Sholo this year.
This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
One is live.
8-8 here at Sholo High School in the quarterfinal matchup between the number 4 and number 5 3A teams. This kickoff brought to you, as always, by Northland Pioneer College. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College and pay the lowest tuition in the state. As the kick is angled again right at Morales, who is going to find a little bit more space, running over the 35 and maybe down to the 36, but roughly the same area where the high-flying Panther offense had started on its first possession. Baker checking in right now, 4 of 7 for 69 yards. Beg your pardon, 5 of 7 for 69 yards. His favorite target had been Garrison Ast, and he's out there again. Good to see after he got belted after he had stepped out of bounds and eventually got 2 cracks on 4th down and punching it in to make it momentarily 8-8. Having a hard time getting this run game going, though, as Cooper tries to stutter step his way to the left of the line, winds up gaining just a yard. He's still in negative figures at this point after his 4th carry.
You know, Derek, it's been so hard. We're going to have to credit the whole interior line of this Cougar defense for making these stops. But you're right. They have not been able to get the run game going, and I'm not wondering if they're just using that to set up everything else.
Well, he usually is good for 100 yards a game. Is they're going to fake the handoff, but Sholo with the pressure. Baker is able to get rid of that one off of his back foot and throws it out of bounds to make it 3rd and long.
That is definitely going to bring up a 3rd and about 8 by my count, and this is going to be an interesting play call, but we know that they're going to want to go downfield. Looks like we got the ball spotted. We have a clock stoppage because of the incomplete pass, so give Paradise Honors a little bit of time, but it seems like they're trying to go up tempo more and more and more, but we'll see how that goes with the cold setting in for this team.
Sholo's playing this offense that has 8 capable receivers, don't really have any safeties back beyond the 7-yard mark.
It looks almost to me if that's Kishbaugh, and they're doing this dancing in the middle, and then Kishbaugh drops back to what he feels is the strong side.
Well, this time they leave Ash wide open as he's able to catch this one over the 45, take it to the 47, need 8 yards. Well, they're going to say he's just short.
I think the Cougars are going to need to develop a game plan to cover ass number 14 because he's being quite the little bit of a dasher right now of things.
4th down and less than a yard. And it had all sorts of troubles trying to run the football, have the Panthers. Cooper standing on Baker's left as he takes the shotgun snap, drops back, floats this one into no man's land. A little miscommunication. And that should turn it over on downs. I thought I saw a flag come out late, but that was not the case.
I think what we're seeing is we have a couple young men out there with yellow shoes, and I think that's playing a little bit of havoc on the eyes. Derek, I'm going to ask you a quick question here and just going to get your response. I know it's not really job to be critical, but what do you think of that play call right there on 4th down? Haven't been able to get the run game going, but to me that short pass game would have been a little more effective, and they decided to go about 9 yards down the field.
I think that Baker must have seen something that he was only aware of. And again, I was not paying as close attention.
Well, he got that pass out of there pretty quick.
He did, but Sholo has not had any safety coverage far past
not over the
line.
top.
So
Kishbaugh's been floating to the receiver side.
Brewer back out there. He's 2 for 3 for 62 yards as he tosses this one. Now coming to the near side, running through some tacklers and getting into the open field over the 35. Finally brought down at the 31 is Carson Cooper.
Carson Cooper, great run there. We're going to move the chains. We're going to spot the ball. And we're going to start the clock again. Derek, I got 6 minutes and 28 seconds left in this first quarter. And right now, what the Cougars do with this ball could determine what's going to happen the rest of this game, because they did put a pretty good stop to those Panthers on that last series.
Push it out to the 32 after the 15-yard gain, and the Comfort Fit Denture first down. 8-8 with the clock approaching the halfway point in the first quarter. Pedraza and Kishbaugh are both to the left as Brewer goes under center. Turn and get Pedraza, runs to the right side, gains 5 before he has stood up and then falls forward to make it a gain of 7.
Pedraza, great run there. Pedraza going no sleeves tonight, getting out there, getting down the field. I couldn't quite see it. Looked like number 8. Vernon Henderson for the Panthers in there on the stop, bringing down Pedraza with an 8-yard, 7.5, whatever yard gain we're going to call it.
Brewer from the shotgun has Pedraza on his right. Tries to start the draw, but it's read well. Stopped initially by Jonkus again.
Do you think Brewer had that designed? Because it looked to me like he looked to toss that ball, but he just didn't and came up. And that's one thing that they've been very successful on this year, are those type of plays right there. And the quarterback Brewer has been very successful on that.
Kind of in no man's land here on the 26th, 3rd down and 2. On a very chilly night, the ball's coming off of feet like a big stone as there's an I formation behind Brewer. Turn and give to a big hole where it's run through by Walker.
Walker, they're going to give him the first down on that far side of the field. Walker looks like he's down, about the 22-yard line. Am I seeing that right?
Yep, gain of 4 and a Comfort Fit Denture first down. Boy, that hole closed fast.
That hole closed very fast, but credit Walker for making that cut to the outside and getting those hard yards to the edge to help his team out this evening.
Hank Stabler, who had a 38-yard reception there, prevents the bigger gain. Now approaching the red zone with 4 minutes and 37 seconds. The Cougars in business as the handoff comes to Kishbaugh's in motion left to right, spinning around after he gains 9 and is very close to the yard marker and potentially another first down.
If Paradise Honors cannot figure a way to force Kishbaugh in to help, then he can bounce to the outside. They're going to have a long night. Kishbaugh with another great run there, 9 yards. I guess we're going to go 8.5, officially, unofficially, but we bring up 2nd and short.
This drive starts after the Panthers are unsuccessful on a 4th down and short play. Now Brewer under center with split backs behind. Handoff is faked as he rolls to the left. Got his man nearly caught, just overshot him a little bit as he was intending that one toward
Sergio Villalba.
That's the one.
That was the Sergio Villalba. Sergio Villalba, a little bit thrown high, hit him in the hands. So you be the judge of whether he brings that down or not. Should bring that down. But more importantly, 3rd and short. Great play call on 2nd down, by the way. Cougars saying, hey, we're going to get this 3rd down. We're going to put this in the end zone in a few plays. But great play call right there.
High formation going Pedraza with Kishbaugh on the dot. Under center, Brewer gives Kishbaugh. Stopped at the line, cannot fall forward, and another great stop, this time again by Stabler.
I don't know what kind of field goal game Sholo has, but it does not look like there's any hesitation on whether they're going to go for this right now or not.
That was such a great one-on-one tackle by Stabler.
Stabler did a great job of getting in there. Hank Stabler, that's a great football name.
Yes.
Hank Stabler. You got Stabler, we all know that one, but Hank, that's just the name of a winner, right?
Reedhead split wide left. Villalba going out wide right. Kishbaugh on the left of Brewer with Pedraza going to the right. It's 4th and 2. The Panthers are crowding the line and now flirting with another neutral zone infraction. Handoff Kishbaugh tries to cut it up and now has to go further out laterally. Finally is able to cut it up toward the 10 and looks as if he has enough for a Comfort Fit Denture first down.
Stop the clock, and it looks like they're going to move these chains. We're going to get a signal and start it here in a bit, and we've got another first down. He's winding it on this chilly night. These officials don't want to stay longer than they have to.
Kishbaugh was forced to string that out a little bit longer than he wanted to, but he found a crease, got skinny, and was able to fall over the 10 to make it 1st and goal with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 8-8. But here the Cougars are threatening. Reedhead again in single coverage out wide left, but the handoff goes to Kishbaugh, who goes over the left side. Correction, that's Pedraza, and he's nearly in the end zone, gains 8.
You know, Derek, what I think is important there is that, they're so keyed on Kishbaugh and Brewer right now that Pedraza's been able to sneak 2 very good runs on this drive. When you look at that play was designed exactly what it was to do, is just a few yards, get it down. We've got second and goal from about the 5, looks like. Or are we closer than that?
No, they're at the 2. Kishbaugh is in the slot. Oh, and nobody was on the same page.
I have a feeling that one's going to be backed up about 5 yards. We're going to see the call right here.
Looking at the right side of the line that was expecting something to happen a bit sooner.
False start, so
did.
Second and goal from the 7-ish. 2:13 to go, Derek, in this first quarter. Of course, you people watching at home, looks like we do not have the clock up to date, so we'll try to keep you up as much as we can on the clock action going.
All right, make it second down and goal from the 7. Kishbaugh now off the slot in the left as he runs with the reverse and able to take this one again, being strung out longer than he wanted to, but eventually he's able to cut it into the end zone for the 7-yard score. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. I tell you, this Panther front has to feel like it's defending Kishbaugh exactly as they would need to. Just keep pushing him to the sideline.
Yeah,
but he is so quick.
But he's so quick to cut back in. That's exactly the point I was going to make. We got Calvin Morgan in on here for the extra point. Brewer to hold.
Currently 14-8 after the Cougars were the benefactors, and now they will do so again.
So we're going to have another decision on our hands. Are we going? Oh, no. They did signal encroachment on the defense.
And out comes Pedraza.
Pedraza and Kishbaugh. Now they send it back. Are they? Nope. Here comes the tee off the field. So we saw this last time. We saw Pedraza come out and Kishbaugh stay put. Brewer, the holder, just steps into his normal quarterback position. And it looks like we're going to get a little bit of the swinging gate here, Derek.
Pedraza is standing next to Brewer. Walker is off to the right as they're going to go with Brewer and spinning toward the goal line and able to punch it in to make it 16-8 with 1 minute and 43 seconds to play in this quarterfinal matchup. Paradise Honors turns it over on downs after 4th and short, and the Cougars are able to capitalize, going 47 yards to take the 16-8 lead here in the first quarter on Cholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
They're back.
After 8 yards picked up on first down, here's Cooper, who initially looked like he wanted to run left, has to come back to the right side, and is ultimately going to lose more yardage. Loss of 5.
Yeah. So, Derek, not to look ahead for these Show Low Cougars, but I just have an update from the Thatcher Valley Christian game. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
It's 14-6, and my source at the game tells me big plays.
Who's leading?
14-6 Thatcher.
All right, 3rd down and 6.
This is a huge play for Paradise Honors.
Trying to start a draw with Baker, looking to try to go to the left side, and that Sholo front snuffs it out. Another loss. Baker ran for 13 yards on the first play when he was flushed from the pocket.
Derek,
Since
if you
then,
look,
they have rushed for a combined -7 yards.
Mr. Josh Morales down here, number 17, was not happy as he felt like he was wide open and left the field a little bit in disgust that that ball wasn't thrown his way and that the quarterback took upon him. So
I don't think that that was anybody but Baker's. I mean, the coach's decision. Baker was just running the play that was called.
I think Baker was exactly running the play that was called. As we, in this first quarter, we're going to flip the field a little bit here. I think it's to be noted this is the kicking game we haven't seen.
16-8, Sholo leading going into the second. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
We're live.
Start the second quarter. We're kicking it off, in fact. When you want to kick off your college education, go to Northern Pioneer College. You'll pay the lowest tuition in the state. Cougars lead 16-8. Forced a turnover on downs previously, and now seem as if they're forcing a 3-and-out with the Panthers. It would behoove them to punt this, but they right now have a situation set up where Baker has options. As he kicks this one away, it was pressured. It's short. It's angling to the Panther sideline, and then takes a huge Paradise Honor bounce all the way into Sholo territory, back of the 43, maybe the 44.
You know, Derek, it looks more like about the 57-yard line if we're keeping track of those type of things.
Kishbaugh coming out, scored a touchdown on a 7-yard run on the previous possession. He is 5 carries for 28 yards deep into this one. Nash Brewer, 2 for 4, 62 yards passing. That includes a 45-yard touchdown to Kishbaugh. But we had said on the previous possession that it seems like the front 7 for the Panthers is doing everything they can to try to minimize Kishbaugh's impact. It's just they can't string him all the way to the sideline. He eventually finds a crease, and he's so quick he just cuts it up as he's right now the lone man in the backfield. Correction, that's Pedraza. As he gets the call, goes straight up the gut, falls forward, gain of 4. And I think that might be the biggest difference between these two offenses right now. Sholo on first downs gaining 4 yards, and the last two, the Paradise Honors team has just been basically throwing it incomplete.
Paradise Honors can't find their run game at this point, and Sholo is doing everything they can to find that run game. And if Paradise Honors can't find something on this chilly night, if they can't hold Sholo here, Derek, I think it's going to be a long, long bus ride home for the Panthers.
Reedhead and Diaba that are stacked up here on the right side. Instead, the give again goes with Pedraza as he dives up the middle and is very close to a first down after. Nope, that's actually Kishbaugh, who is able to gain 4 yards there to make it, they're calling it 3rd down and 3.
Well, I think we know what's coming here, and I think most of the young men dressed in white know what's coming here. We're going to see how well it's executed, but I'd like to see Sholo run something a little bit different here and catch him off guard.
Kishbaugh moving off to Brewer's left. Pedraza's behind him. Receivers on either side as Brewer goes under center on 3rd and short. Handoff to Pedraza as he falls toward the 45 and should have enough for a Comfort Fit Denture first down.
Looks like the referee on that side got the spot, and they signal first down. We're going to spot these chains again, and that clock is going to wind.
10 minutes and 28 seconds in the half, 16-8. Sholo leading Paradise Honors in this quarterfinal matchup. Winner is going to get Thatcher or Valley Christian. As they again stack up receivers on either side. This time on the near side is Colton Treadwell. As Brewer drops back, looking to the other direction, where it's nearly picked off. And a nice job there by Kishbaugh to go full defensive back.
I think Sholo at this point is just trying everything they can to get stuff and spread it around a little bit and not show too many tendencies on film right now. Derek, I got an update from the Snowflake game to the north of us just a little bit, and it's 21-0. I don't have a spot in the game, but there's quite a few people over there listening to us and watching the Snowflake game, so
don't tell
welcome,
me Seton
welcome.
Catholic is off to a 21-0 start.
Seton Catholic? No, Seton Catholic, no, they're doing very well. They're just having a little bit of a rough year.
All right. Offset eye as they toss it to Kishbaugh. And that time he's tripped up as he tries to cut it up. A nice job there in the open field by Caden Wasden.
And we have a Paradise Honors down. They've signaled a stoppage of the clock, and we're going to have the athletic trainers come out and look. Gives us a chance to.
That was a great tackle.
And, Derek, that's the only way that they're going to even have a chance at this game is to keep Kishbaugh contained.
This is a Summit Regional Medical Center injury report as we can't see the number of the Panther who is down. Well, now that might give us an opportunity. Oh, we lost it. But he's down. He's being attended to. We will step away with 9 minutes and 55 seconds left. The Cougars lead 16-8 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
I believe that was Noah Locke. Good to see him walking back as we are now under 10 minutes until the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report. 3rd down and 10 on the Paradise Honors 45. Single man in the backfield is Pedraza. Moving the pocket to the right side. Now looking back to the left. Come back to the right side where it's nearly intercepted. Diving in front of Kishbaugh and breaking that up is Stabler. That guy's everywhere.
Derek, one of the things that I'm noticing here is just the athletic ability of Kishbaugh and especially Brewer at the quarterback position, just rolling out and just making it look easy. That short arm, he threw a bullet there. Almost picked off, but just amazed at the athletic ability to get that ball where it was.
Look at this. 4th down and 10. And they are going for it.
With the way your defense is playing, why not?
Brewer is dropping back. Now he's flush from the pocket, going to the left, and he's got all sorts of space over the 40, 35, 30, 20. Puts his shoulder down to get into the red zone. I thought he was rolling out there potentially to do the rugby-style kick. Instead, he's...
When you think glass, think...
26-yard game? Derek, is
yes,
that about what I
indeed.
have? 26-yard gain for Brewer, and more importantly, a first down for these Cougars, and keep the drive alive.
16-8, his team leads with 9 minutes and 27 seconds. The entirety of the left half of the field vacates, and he is able to run that in and eschewing all efforts to avoid contact as he hands off Kishbaugh, cuts this one up much sooner, still on his feet as he circles around the 15 and then falls over to the 14. One step away from breaking that.
Derek, I can't tell if Kishbaugh's that slippery or that strong or both because they are having a rough time tackling. You got number 5 there, and that's Coleman Burkhart, and it ended up taking 3 guys. He has not been brought down singly this entire night.
No. Well, no, correction. When you had in the flat there, Wasden
did get him.
That 3rd down and 10, but Brewer's feet negated that. Is now Brewer from the shotgun, trying to set up the option, looking for a room to run through as he gets to the 10 and winds up making it 3rd and very short.
Let's give a little bit of shout out to these tackles and guards on the Cougar offensive line. I know that big number 76, Robert Long, and number 56, Stetson Walters, are making these holes for these guys. They can't do it on their own, but they're doing an excellent job of keeping these drives alive for the Sholo Cougars.
Potential backbreaker when you're facing 4th and 10 near midfield, and you wind up giving up a 26-yard run to the quarterback because he goes under center with the I formation behind him. Handoff, Kishbaugh steps to the right. He's got enough for a Comfort Fit Denture first down as he stays on his feet and winds up gaining another couple.
That's going to move the chains, and it's also going to just give us a 1st and goal. You know, Derek, I don't know if it's as much as a backbreaker. It's just the fact that, I mean, these Paradise Honors guys came out hot. They looked pretty good. They ran up and down the field. They had that first drive. They had the couple breaks on the penalties, and then they folded.
I formation again, turn and give Kishbaugh. This time met in the backfield, and we spun down for a loss. But even then, after he is met in the backfield, it takes another 3 Panthers to bring him down. First man there, I think, was Junkus.
That's going to bring up 2nd and goal. It looks like from about the 7. And, you know, Paradise Honors needs a stop here because it is going to be an insurmountable task we can start. We're seeing our breath already more up here in our booth than we have been all night. So it's a chilly night, and I don't think these Paradise Honors boys enjoy being hit very hard.
Single back is Pedraza.
Oh, my goodness.
As now running into the flat and again missing an open man. But, boy, howdy, somebody had the snap count down for one of the Panthers. They were in the backfield almost as soon as the ball was snapped.
But look at what happened with Kishbaugh there. They keyed so much on him that they bit with him and left Brewer open to come back on the backside. Yeah, he might have missed the throw, but understand the athleticism there that led to that and how much respect Kishbaugh's gained.
Going to be 3rd down and goal from the 7. Clock stopped at 7:21 to play. There have only been 7 plays run on the previous 2 possessions for Paradise Honors. So trying to, if nothing else, to force a field goal here would feel like a win as they trail 16-8. Pedraza is on Brewer's left from the shotgun, drops back, looks right, throws this one up where he is looking for Reedhead, but again has it just a little bit high and hot.
I don't see Sholo. Nope, they are going to bring out Morgan to try a field goal.
Now, it ought to be noted that the last 2 times we've seen Morgan on the field, the Panthers have not been able to stay out of the neutral zone.
However, if they jump off sides here, it's a half the goal, and they can make it different.
Brewer down to hold. As this time they're backing off. The snap is down. The kick is high and good. Make it 19-8 with 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the half. The Cougars have the lead on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
(19-8), the Cougars lead, having been able to score on all 3 of their possessions. After going 70 yards on the opening, the Panthers have been held to 7 plays as the remnants of a blood moon are rising.
I do see that, Derek. Quite the sight here, Sholo Ford Stadium, the moon rising up, and a night for the Cougars.
Morgan out to kick it away. They've been keeping things pretty short, and this one going off to the right. We're on the approach, gathering, and now racing off to the right side, bouncing off of some blockers and forcing this one to the far sideline and all the way out to the 40. Well, I don't have number 4 on my list. That's Mikey Young. Welcome to the party, as he's given his team excellent field position after that Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, go to NPC. Just do it already. 7 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the second quarter. And this is a big drive for the Panther offense. After facing 1st and goal on the 5, able to force a field goal. Now they need to, if nothing else, just grind some clock because the Cougars are poised to get the ball to start the second half and could potentially get it back with some more points on the board as well.
I'm going to state the obvious after this play.
Baker drops back with time. Now starts to flush to the right side. Winds up. It's got a man caught and behind the defense. It's the first touch for Josh Morales, and it's going to go for a 63-yard score.
Well, Derek, the obvious I was going to state is that if Paradise Honors can't score on this long, sustained drive, that we were going to have some issues with them. But they did not decide to make this a long, sustained drive. Otherwise, they're in the end zone, and with 6:56 left, we got a little bit of a ball game back on our hands.
He had snuck behind the defensive backfield. I couldn't see. That might have been Kishbaugh who was trying to jump and recover. It was, and as soon as he couldn't get the deflection, when Morales was able to get both hands on it, he was off to the races. Snap is good. Kick is away for Paradise Honors, and it's up and good to make it now 19-15 with 6 minutes and 56 seconds. One play, 61-yard drive for the Panthers have narrowed the gap here on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
6:56 to play in the half, 19-15. Cougars lead, have just allowed a one-play 61-yard drive. The first sign of life from the Panther offense since the first drive. So now I think what the Cougars would love to see more than anything else is to use almost all of the nearly 7 minutes that are on the clock here, score, come back and do the same thing to start the third quarter and start thinking about the semifinals. But that's putting cart well before horse here as the Northland Pioneer College kickoff is set to get underway. When it's time to kick off your college education, do it at Northland Pioneer College as that one's angling out of bounds, and it's going to be excellent field position for the Cougars.
Cougars going to have the choice, most likely going to take it on the 35 there. Derek from Eastern Arizona College, the Thatcher Eagles 21, the Valley Christian Trojans 14.
Oh, that's surprising.
It is very surprising. Illegal procedure by the kicking team. Sholo's going to get it at the 35-yard line.
It only surprises because I thought if that was going to be close, it would be a very low-scoring game.
Interesting take.
But
my understanding is Valley Christian has improved this year from when they visited the Sholo Cougars in August.
All right, here come the Cougars. Nearly 7 minutes to work with 1st and 10 from their 35-yard line as Brewer comes out wide left. Kishbaugh is going to wind this one up and nearly throw an interception. Nice job there by Brewer for going full-on defensive back. Here's a score for you. Wilcox, which is hosting Holbrook in a quarterfinal matchup, leading 35-6.
I'm actually not surprised by that. As much as I want to see Holbrook represent the mountain well and the great season they've had, and understandably 11 wins, which I believe is the most in school history. Derek, they just did not play a strong schedule this year.
So second down and 10. Brewer now back to his customary position under center. Pedraza's behind him, and he gets the call, trying to find some movement between the tackles and is able to force his way up to the 38. So make it now, well, they gave him 4 yards.
Do you have a Push Ridge Round Valley score, Derek?
I do. 21-0 Push Ridge leads. That's probably not surprising also, but a disappointment nonetheless. And St. Mary's Yuma Catholic tied up at 14, two teams that the Lobos could face in the 4A tournament. Now here are the Cougars, and nearly in the neutral zone again, and there comes the flag.
That's going to be interesting to see how they call that one and what they're doing. Did the defense cause the offense to jump off sides? Did the defense cause the offense to jump off sides?
The officials stopping play with all sorts of enthusiasm. Offsides
I believe that is absolutely 100% the right call. You cannot cause the opponent to jump off sides either way. You cannot deceive. Great call by the officials there, and I'll stick with that.
In the 3-6 matchup, Eastmark leading Sabino 13-7. So that'll make it third down and less than a yard. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left. And a big play again for the Paradise Honors defense, which had just struck on a 61-yard strike and trying to get the ball back. Lobos want to grind clock.
No, Cougars.
Oh, Cougars. Beg your pardon.
Lobos
Beg
are
your
up
pardon,
north.
Sholo faithful. Reedhead split wide right. I believe that's Viaba is out wide left. And now Pedraza comes off to the right side as Brewer keeps this one, bounces outside. He's over midfield, still on his feet as he cuts up the center. Trying to get to the outside as he's in a foot race over the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown Sholo on the 3rd and 1, quarterback keeper.
Look at the speed of Brewer there, and he pulled ahead. That was amazing. He made that cut inside, and then he took that angle. Here we go. We look as Brewer goes. Now he makes the cut, and he just flat outruns the defender.
I think that pushing Pedraza out in motion confused this Paradise Honors front. They were not sure where the ball was going to go, especially when Brewer keeps it and starts moving to the left where he didn't have any playmakers. That, I think, is just an incredibly crafty call there by the Sholo coaching staff as Morgan's extra point is up and good. Make it 26-15 and a barn burner here at Sholo High School. 5:56 to go until halftime on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
As the Cougars get this teed up, we want to show you a replay from Brewer's 55-yard touchdown run. Because check out who his lead blocker here is on the left side. I had said that all the playmakers have been vacated. I was wrong. It's just Kishbaugh was leading the attack.
Kishbaugh was absolutely leading the attack.
This one, a high kick that eventually brought down, I believe that was Lailson.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, number 13, Lailson.
And he's actually the leading receiver for the Panthers after this Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. You'll pay the lowest tuition in the state, but Jaden Lailson is good for 75 yards a game. Josh Morales is 79 yards a game. He is the leading receiver. I just can't read my own writing. He had the 61-yard touchdown on the single-play drive that had momentarily made it a 4-point game. Now there's a 5-receiver set. Baker, without anybody in the backfield, deep drop all the way back to the 25, now moving to the right. He's got room to run if he wants to take it, but it evaporates quickly as he's forced out of bounds after a short gain of maybe 2.
Baker taking a page out of the Brewer playbook. You got Brewers and Bakers, and he took it out there, and they took a little bit of a – they
did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
He did not. It looks like they're going to call it. It looks like Derek – they're spotting him exactly at the line of scrimmage. Derek, I got an update from north of us about 20 minutes, and Snowflake Lobos are up 28-6 with about 2 minutes left in the half. Thank you for our updater on that one.
You going to give him a shout out?
I will eventually.
Okay. 2nd and 10. Baker drops back, looking over the middle. Man's caught. This time it is Lailson. He's got it up to 40, and he gets hit out of bounds, and there's a big flag coming again as the Cougars are again incredulous, but we'll take a look at the replay. All right, Lailson with the catch. I think that's a good call.
I think it's a good call at this point in the game, yes. You're trying to keep control of the sidelines and different things. Good job by the officiating crew.
It would have been a gain of 5. That was Lailson's first catch.
Well, that's 15 from the end of the run. It will give them a first down, but it's not an automatic first down.
But it does move the change for a Comfort Fit Dentures first down. The fans don't like it. I think the thing that sold it is Lailson was so sure he was out of bounds, he kind of gave himself up.
And I think that was the big thing right there. It was a great call by the official. He was on top of it. I don't know what else you can say.
Push this into Sholo territory. 5 minutes and 35 seconds, trailing 26-15. Baker pressured, able to get rid of this one. Caught at the 45, but spun down immediately. Receiver is Morales. Who is that?
Easton Pena for the Cougars brought him down, number 50, big number 50. The 5'8", 170, I believe he's a linebacker.
That was actually caught for a loss. to give you an idea about how much success the Panthers are having around the line of scrimmage. They have now rushed for 6 yards total, and they've had some success on that screen that nearly hurt Garrison Ast, but otherwise everything at the line of scrimmage has been dominated by the Cougar front. Empty backfield, Ast coming in motion left to right. Baker lets him pass, takes the snap. Now pressured, spins over his left shoulder, now with a little bit of room to run as he goes over the 45 where he's pushed out of bounds, and nobody touches, so there won't be any further flags. The Cougars are just an eyelash away from getting him on so many of these passing plays. But credit Baker for using the crafty footwork to try to extend these plays. He ran back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Their primary ball carrier, Vance Cooper, again, 101 yards per game, and he has 6 carries for -7 yards, and they've completely gone away from him on the last 3 possessions.
Derek, you hear the Sholo crowd getting into it here on 3rd and 10. It does not look to me like Paradise Honors has any plans to punt. They're going to give themselves 2 plays.
Here's a draw. Cooper this time allows the defenders to run by him. He's able to go over the 40, still on his feet at the 30, and will have a comfort fit denture first down after a gain of 15.
Crosses over 30 to about the 27. Mark that ball, first down. And that clock continues to go. Derek, each team still has all their timeouts. That's 3 left for the half. I look to Paradise Honors to eat the clock and do what they need to do to get this ball.
That one. Who got him there, number 50?
50, that's Pena.
Pena's touchdown saving tackle. Cooper again off on the right. Baker fakes the handoff, moves the pocket to the right, throws this one into the flat where his man catches that one right at the yard marker. There on the reception is Coleman Barkhart. It's good for 9, 2nd and 1.
Paradise Honors sure found a plan that works. Derek, one thing to notice is look at these offensive linemen on the replay. Well, the replay's passed, but these offensive linemen are almost split 3 feet wide. They're forcing these defenders out wide to give Baker room to cut up and run and make those throws. Because if they don't respect those wide splits, they're going to be able to run off tackle there.
It's in the red zone, and now a whistle stopping play. Sholo's going to call timeout with the ball on the 19, 2nd down and 2 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to play in the half. Cougars leading 26-15, but the Panthers threatening on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Nearly a full moon here over Sholo. Got a couple of scores for you. Quarterfinal matchup at Push Ridge. They're leading Round Valley 28-0. But how about this one up in the 4A ranks? Post and Butte, which had just fallen victim to the Lobos, leading ALA Gilbert North in the first quarter 7-0. There's a long ways to go in that one, though. 2nd down and 2, out come the Panthers. Handoff Cooper, tries the left and uses his inertia to fall over the yard marker. Should have enough for a first down. They're saying move the chains, a comfort fit denture first down after Cooper's gain of 3.
Derek, this is a great jive by the Paradise Honors Panthers to get down and try to push it in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 17. Clock dips under 4 minutes. Lots of points here scored in the first half. And again, the Cougars are going to get the kick to start the second half. And they potentially have a few minutes to work with here with as quickly as the Panthers are working as a draw is called. Cooper bounces this one outside, is right at the yard marker and inside the 5. Probably has another comfort fit denture first down to set up an and goal situation. Vance Cooper, who has held to -7 yards on his first 6 carries, has now gained 22 on his last 3.
Looks like Cooper and Flores in on there in the stop for the Sholo Cougars. Derek, we have a score from Eastern Arizona College. Actually, the score is the same. It's 21-14. But my sources at the game say that the Thatcher quarterback has now been knocked out of the game. And it is kind of a wide-open game right now.
1st and goal from the 6. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to play. Baker, deep drop with time. Back in the end zone. Got a man caught. And he held on to it for the score. Welcome there, Josh Morales, with a 2nd touchdown in as many drives. This one from 6 out. And right now exchanging haymakers with the Cougars are the Panthers.
It's going to be interesting to see what Sholo does. They're going to have 2 timeouts and about 3 minutes left to take this ball down the field.
Third passing touchdown for Gage Baker. And a timeout was just taken by Paradise Honors.
I'm guessing Paradise Honors wants those 2 points. They're going to go for 2. They're not going to kick it.
Lots of time there. And it's difficult for the Cougar backfield to try and keep everybody covered up when you got Baker surveying for 5 or 6 seconds. And it's interesting here that as soon as Cooper is able to find his footing with the running game, the Cougars aren't able to get nearly as much pressure on Baker. That time going with a 4-man front, and everybody just kind of forgot about Morales.
Brewer expressing his frustration there on the replay, allowing that score.
Trailing 26-21, trying to make it a 3-point game. Baker coming out with an empty backfield. I don't think they have enough men on the field. Laid off the sideline is Barkart, as he's going to make it a trip situation off to the right. Single man on the near side is Lailson, moving away from it and throwing this one to the far sideline. It's incomplete. Locking up the intended man over there was, I think that was Carson Cooper, who had some pretty nifty dance moves after the fact.
I felt like Baker was forced to throw that one out.
So 3 minutes and 7 seconds. I know I've been saying it ad nauseum here, but one more time's not going to kill you. The Cougars have the potential to bookend this second and third quarter with possessions, holding on to a 5-point lead. They get touchdowns in each of those. It's going to be awfully tough for Paradise Honors to find enough clock to try to compensate.
You know, I think you follow that. I think Paradise Honors took the ball, which is I think is always a good move to defer to your opponent for the second half. And the reason I think that is because you can bookend like this, but you can go in at halftime and say, hey, we're going to make these adjustments, and you come out and get the ball and see how good of adjustments you made, and possibly. So this could be a very, very big thing for Sholo to flip this a little bit. I guess really not flip it. They're still ahead.
In to kick it away for the Panthers. I think this is Bednarik. Am I seeing that right? Single man back. Brewer hoping this one winds up in his hands, but they're kicking it away from him, and
it's
out
of
of
bounds
again.
So they're going to get it to 35 again, unless they elect to have him re-kick it. And I don't think you do that at this point.
That Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. You'll pay the lowest tuition in the state. And the Cougars wanted it to 35. So they lead 26-21. Brewer now has been incomplete on his last 5 passes, but he has a 55-yard run for a touchdown. And he's rushed for 88 yards on just 5 carries. He's a lone man in the backfield as he moves the pocket to the left. Flip this one out where it's had by, I believe that is Pedraza.
I think it was Pedraza by the way he runs.
And he gains 4. The Paradise Honors sideline looked like they were pleased with the way that one wound up going, but it's just like a 4-yard run.
It's a 4-yard run, and also they have 2 timeouts as they move forward with things.
Taking their time, though opting to go without a huddle. 3 receivers coming to this open side. Single man in the backfield next to Brewer is Kishbaugh. Low snap, but he's able to get his hands on it. Now flips this one out into the flat. Has his man caught over the 50. That's Viaba who's going to take this to the 45. Have a comfort fit denture first down on a gain of 15. I just mentioned how Brewer was incomplete on his last 5 catches or passes, but now he's converted on his last 2. Has now thrown for 81 yards as Viaba has his first catch for 15, and into Paradise Honors territory come the Cougars with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the half. They lead 26-21. Spotted at the 45. Lone back, Kishbaugh. Nope, that's Pedraza as they turn and give it to him on the dive. He's got a hole. Runs through one tackler. He's over the 35 and then spun down at the 32. Another comfort fit denture first down. I think the Panthers defense is tired.
The Panthers defense is extremely tired. Do you think the altitude could be getting to him as well as the cold?
Definitely.
I don't think teams realize how hard it is to come up from 1,500, 2,000 feet up here to almost 7,000, 6,800 and play these games, especially on a night where it's under 32 degrees.
No, we've covered an awful lot of the Valley teams coming up to play Snowflake this year, and you see it right around this time as there's the faked handoff rolling out where he's got Reedhead open and then nearly intercepted after it comes off of his hands. That was the danger zone. As you take a look, nobody biting on the play action fake. And Brewer a little off balance.
A minute 47, Sholo with 2 timeouts. It's going to be, well, I don't want to say interesting, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do to, they want to put this ball in the end zone. You don't see them with a sense of non-panic or casual to try to get this ball in the end zone.
Kishbaugh and Piaba are now on the close side. Single man off on the left is Reedhead. And set up the draw. Here comes Brewer with the flag coming out of the backfield. He gets to the 25, but this is almost always holding.
Thrown right in the middle of the field. The umpire threw that flag right at the feet of the lineman, and I'm guessing we're going to have a hold. And here we go here. We're going to see it, and we're going to back it up 10, and that's a spot foul, so that could be costly.
That was not holding. That was tackling.
Well, tackling, holding.
All the way back to the Panther 42.
It's how it's defined. More importantly, 2nd and 20.
Minute and 40 seconds left. They got to take this one down to the 22.
But 2 timeouts, Derek.
No, that's Pedraza standing on the left. Brewer pressured, throwing this one up for grabs. Has this one caught at the 20 and then forced out of bounds at the 15.
No,
they say
he missed
incomplete.
it. The ball's laying over there on the track.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he was open, but the ball hung up a little bit. Oh, and he started running before he caught it, did Kishbaugh. Got to watch it in, don't you? So make it now 3rd down and 20 with a minute and 23 seconds left. And this is an awful lot of time for the Panthers, as now the Cougars start shifting things around. Pedraza and Reedhead are going to go out wide left and empty backfield again for Brewer. Pressure showing up the middle, but hold on.
I think we're going to have a timeout by timeout by Paradise Honors.
All right, well, a minute and 23 seconds left. We'll take it with them as the Cougars lead 26-21 here in the closing minutes of the second quarter. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on NightTalk1067.com.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
So 3rd down and 20. Paradise Honors takes a timeout. Do you think that this was because they didn't like the formation?
I think Paradise Honors took it because their guys are tired. I think it's a smart move to, when your players start looking tired, take that timeout, regroup, bring them back in, calm them down, go over the stuff they've looked at on the scouting report, just do what they can to make it work. They've got a 3rd and long situation, and in their mind, they're thinking, hey, we can get the ball back. We can make a run at this too.
Well, that holding play on 2nd down that was going to go for 5 or 6 yards, right now looming large. Kishbaugh now split wide right on the near sideline. Brewer pressured, starts rolling to the right. He's back in Sholo territory and unloads this one just to make sure that this is not going to be an even longer 4th down play. Paradise Honors sideline erupts as they had 4 men who burst through there. Didn't seem as if the Cougars had asked for a screen, but
well, Paradise Honors is going to get this ball back with a significant amount of time, a minute something left with 1 timeout. Looks like they can throw a passing game to the sidelines. That is if Brewer doesn't get loose here and run like a 40-yard runoff, but it's about 4th down and halfway to Snowflake.
Minute and 17 seconds left now. Brewer backing off, looking like he wants to punt. He has this one at the 50, surveys, kicks it away. Nobody's back to receive. Nicely kicked inside the 10 and will now spin dead between the 7 and 8 yard line. So as the Paradise Honors offense comes out, a couple of scores for you. Wilcox, 44, Holbrook, 6. Thatcher, 21. Valley Christian, 20, but you told us that they're missing a quarterback. Push Ridge still leading 28-0. Yuma Catholic leading St. Mary's 17-14 downtown. Snowflake up 35-6. Eastmark leading Sabino 21-7. And Post and Butte and ALA Gilbert North are tied at 7 in the second.
That's the one I think we got to keep a huge eye on because that has implications for those 4A playoffs.
Starting on the 8th, 68 seconds remaining as Baker moving the pocket to the right side, now unloads, trying to find his man, caught at the 45 and has him.
Derek, they found something. They found something, and they found a hole somewhere because the last few drives, they've just been absolutely taking it to these Show Low Cougars.
202 yards passing now.
Okay, that ball's inbound, so that play stops, and we got a timeout here. Show Low is going to take a timeout. That is their second of the half, I believe.
Both of these long passing plays have come after Baker had moved the pocket to the right. And with almost no running game to speak of for most of this second quarter until that previous possession, one must wonder what the Show Low defensive backs are keeping their eyes on here because, and what's really interesting is they've been going after Kishbaugh on both of those long plays.
Yeah, Kishbaugh has been the factor that's caused Show Low to open up their offense and the things that he's been able to do.
Well, but this time again, Kishbaugh.
Oh, Kishbaugh is on the defense. I see what you mean. I'm sorry, Derek. I'm sorry. So
the 61-yard pass, that came again right at Kishbaugh, this 38-yard completion. This time, I mean, it's hard to fault Kishbaugh. He was right there, potentially interfering. But that was just a better throw and catch. Now with under a minute to go, still in their own territory, the Panthers again have Baker moving to the right side, and this time caught over the yard marker at the 40 for a Comfort Fit Denture first down.
This is the point I was trying to make after the punt, Derek, is they're going to throw, and they have this where the quarterback's rolling. He's going to be able to throw to the sidelines and get it out of bounds, and they still do have a time. I don't know what kind of kicking game they have, but they can't even be thinking kick right now. No. They've got to be thinking get it in the end zone. I've got 53 seconds left in the half.
That holding flag whistled against the Cougars that derailed their last drive, looming huge as
Derek,
Cooper is standing on the left.
You called it tackling.
Yes. Baker from the shotgun, Ast in motion, drops back, this time straight back, though starts to move the pocket again to the right side. Ast, who is on the left, able to go across the field and catch. No, he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds, not enough for a first down.
Well, out of bounds, incomplete. So it'll be second down and 10 with 46 seconds left in the half. Reminder that the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report is coming up in 46 seconds as the Cougar faithful trying to get to their feet. It is so cold, though. It is so cold. Vance Cooper again on Baker's left. Three receivers off to the right side on the short side of the field. Baker looking in that direction. Flips this one up where he's trying to find Morales, but it's over his head and incomplete.
Over
Back
his
there
head,
on coverage for the Cougars was Decker. Nope, that was Jeremy Kishbaugh.
However, that stops the clock and gives them but it does give them a 3rd and 10 with one timeout. Derek, I look for him to roll to that short side of the field there on the far hash and try to force a catch and out of bounds.
Almost all of the success that Baker has had when he has to move the pocket to the right. Now his three receivers coming off to the left. Cooper is standing on his right. Single man on the right side, and he's looking in that direction. Wants to go to the right. Nearly falls down. Pressured back into his own side of the territory, and now is able to find a man caught at the 20. He should have been brought down twice. Instead, it's going to go for a 21-yard gain and a Comfort Fit Denture first down.
It looks like the linesman on that side was right on top of that too. Saw him make the catch and whistled it, and he's in bounds. Look at those feet.
It's Morales who's now gone. Well, yeah, he's over the century mark with that 21-yard catch. 5 catches for 100 yards. 236 yards thrown now for Baker. And they're right at the 23. Drop back, pressured, unloads this one low, but he was about to get sacked again. The Cougars have twice been flagged for unsportsmanlike opportunities. It seems as if it's kind of had them peeled off a little bit. They've had opportunities to get to Baker. It just looks like they don't want another 15-yard flag.
And you know what? I think that's okay. You don't want to go overly aggressive and get a 15-yarder here. You're playing also against the clock. Also, you're playing against that back line of the end zone because Baker wants to throw deep, and that back line can become your 12th defender if you play it right.
Taking an awful lot of time to get this play from the sideline. 3 receivers bunched up on the right. Single man on the near side. I believe that's Lailson. Baker going with an empty backfield. He can run as he takes the snap.
Flag goes up.
Comes out. Probably a formation penalty.
I think that's going to be 5 in the backfield, which is a procedure penalty against the offense.
Well, nobody's moving.
We're going to get the signal here.
None feel guilty. And they're confirming this isn't that big a deal with 22 seconds left.
Clock is stopped.
The fans are wound up. The white hat's still talking to 2 of his comrades.
It's the linesman.
All right, now they seem as if they're moving the Panthers back.
Illegal substitution. So I was wrong. There was not 5 in the backfield. That's illegal substitution.
They're coming out with the same formation on 2nd and 15. 22 seconds left in the half. Baker drops back and has time as he throws this one down the far sideline. And it's incomplete, but there was some contact going down there, and you had to hold your breath. Kishbaugh might have been whistled for interference. Take a look here. He's got that arm extended, and he's grabbing the jersey.
That 5-yard penalty could prove to be very costly, Derek, and I'm going to have to look in my book here, but I'm not quite sure if that's a live ball or a dead ball foul. I'm not sure that play should have gone, but I'm going to have 5 texts right now telling me if I was right or wrong.
17 seconds left. Coming back here, Jeremy Kishbaugh. We just got an awful lot learned about this as far as how much contact in the NFL is allowed while the ball is in the air. How much contact is allowed at the high school level while the ball is in the air?
You know, that's a judgment call. There's not as much passing. I don't know if that's – I don't know. I think that the good no call there by the officiating staff.
I'm a homer, and I would say that if that had happened going the other direction, I would be a little bit wound up.
I think it was a great call.
Okay.
A great no call.
Okay.
I will say, however, that you have to ask yourself – well, first of all, let's back up. There's a lot of Sunday people, Saturday people. You got to understand that we're dealing with 3 different sets of rules.
Yeah.
NFHS, NCAA, and NFL all have different sets of rules. And maybe high school pass interference isn't as well defined as it is in the NFL, but that was a great no call.
3rd down and 15, 17 seconds left. Baker with time has his man caught shy of the yard marker.
He's less than bounds. They're going to have to call a timeout.
This is 4th down, and they don't have. No, they do not have any more timeouts.
They don't.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They're going to say they got it off. Throws this one into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Taken out of the end zone by Kishbaugh, looking for some blocking help. Coming along the near sideline. There's nothing but green in front of him. One man trying to catch it from behind. Gets some blocking help. He has taken this 106 yards on the final play.
That was a play. Hey, Derek, remember we talked about just a bit ago about the Cougars double scoring? They're going to get the ball to start this half with a huge amount of momentum.
Hit as he was thrown, lets that thing hang up as he throws it into triple coverage, and Kishbaugh doesn't hesitate.
No, he gets out there and he gets on the proverbial horse and gets down that field. Watch him. Watch those eyes. He sees, he makes this cut.
Brewer throws this block to free him up. Nearly loses the handle as he's trying to exchange it. Layler's coming in from behind, has an opportunity to stop him, but here's Pena who's going to recognize and just hold him up enough, just a nudge.
Just enough, those hands.
Brewer's going to go for two. We're drooling over this replay and convert to make it 34-21.
Here's the replay. We can look. Swinging gate again.
That was such an amazing team effort. First the block by Brewer to make sure he gets into the open field. And then Pena, as you're looking at it again, look at him. He's got his head on a swivel trying to find somebody that he can nudge. Layler thinks he's going to make a touchdown-saving stop. And then a great job by Kishbaugh to remain in bounds. Holy ghost. We're at halftime. The Cougars looked as if they were potentially going to go in trailing, instead take a 34-21 lead at intermission. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
Since 2006, Beeler Orthodontics has been creating spectacular smiles in the White Mountains. Dr. Beeler and his team use innovative technology and cutting-edge orthodontics while still providing a hometown experience. From traditional braces and clear aligners to surgical orthodontics, Dr. Beeler works with smiles of all ages. So call them today to schedule a complimentary exam at 928-537-7775 or visit them at BeelerOrtho.com. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino. When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002. Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
The Cougars lead after Ryan Kishbaugh goes 106 yards on the final play and is able to return it. Here it is one more time, and first, without any hesitation, running it out. The Cougars, all of them knowing exactly what the score is here, as Pena, the lead man, after Brewer threw that block to make sure that he was going to get into the open field. And I can't speak highly enough of the job of Pena, just searching for somebody. And as Layler is trying to sneak in and just force Kishbaugh out of bounds, no, you don't.
And that's perfectly legal, Derek.
Yeah.
There is nothing he did against the rules. It's not a blindside block. He turned, he used his hands, and he got him in the front. Great job by Pena.
So, I mean, let's take there's so much that we could do right now. And that play just seems like it's going to dwarf anything that we can talk about. But the scoring started with a 70-yard drive that was marked by a 38-yard reception on a long third down play for Stabler. Then after they eventually punch it in, 2 cracks on 4th and 10 because of Sholo miscues. It's going to be 8-0 after the Panthers go for 2. Sholo then takes it 80 yards and it scores on a 55-yard Kishbaugh reception. Force a turnover on downs after the Panthers go for it near midfield and turn it into a 47-yard drive where they're able to take what seemed like at the time a comfortable 16-8 lead get the ball back after a 3 and out and wind up settling for a 29-yard field goal after facing 1st and 5, but couldn't get anything after Kishbaugh was stopped for a loss. But even then, 19-8, the Panthers' offense at that point had completely stalled, and it seemed as if this was just going to be academic. Wait for their semifinals. Here come the Cougs. Instead, a one-play 61-yard catch and pass and drive between Baker and Morales completely put everybody on hold as they are able to. Did they get the 2-point conversion on that one? Or did they kick it? I can't recall.
Kicked it on that one, Derek.
But in any event, they're going to get the ball back, the Cougars, and it seems as if, again, our conversation is a matter of they're going to have 3 minutes to work with. They're going to get the ball back to start. If they can continue to score as they had on every possession, really start to open this up. But the drive stalls after a holding flag that was an actual tackle right there at the line of scrimmage, forces them into 2nd and 20 instead of what would have been 3rd and 4, and completely derails the drive. Great kick sets up the Panthers facing a 1st and 10 from the 8, and they connect on 10, 15-yard, 20 passing plays throughout to get it to the point where they are inside the 20, but without any timeouts. Have a pass that was caught in the flat, couldn't get out of bounds. Clock is running. It was quite a miracle that they were even able to get the ball or the snap off. But as Baker,
we're still not sure they got it off.
As Baker is hit, he has this one kind of hang up, a little bit of a wobble. Kishbaugh runs underneath it, and you've already seen that replayed many, many times. I mean, you're a coach. Take us into the locker room right now. And what do you say? Hey, we almost had a lead. Hey, we almost had a lead. Instead, we're down 2 touchdowns, but we almost had a lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you recover from that?
I think you go out there. I think the coach, you go out there and you win one for the Gipper, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they just have to be completely deflated. Those coaches are earning their stipends in there right now.
Well, okay, let's talk about that. Let's break that down. First of all, if you're the coach for Paradise Honors, you've got to go in and you got to say to yourself, okay, we're tired. Okay, the altitude's getting to us. We just had a 106-yard touchdown run. However, take the positive. We moved the ball well. We dinked and dunked to the outside. We did get a couple big plays. Our defense did come up with a couple holds. That 106-yard touchdown was not in our defense. We're going to get them a stop to start this half, and then we got to slowly chunk away at this lead. Okay? It's a 13-point lead. Now, I'm not an expert, but that is 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay? So I think one at a time, one big thing, one little thing at a time. So they've got to get a stop on Sholo. Now, if Sholo can go down and score, do they effectively put the game away? You can never say it's over, but I am going to say if Sholo can take this down, especially if they went on like a 13-play, 7-minute drive, I think it's effectively over.
Halftime here in the quarterfinals, 34-21. The Cougars lead. We'll continue the conversation of the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports halftime report after this, as you listen to the Shoulder Ford presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
It's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
34-21 at halftime. Sholo leading Paradise Honors. Before we look at the halftime superlatives, give you a couple of scores as we've been keeping a sharp eye on them. Wilcox leading Holbrook in the third quarter, 44-6. Thatcher leading Valley Christian in the third quarter, 34-20, but potentially playing without a quarterback. Push Ridge all over Round Valley, 37-0. Right now, Push Ridge waiting for the winner of Sabino and Eastmark. They are tied at 21 at halftime. Snowflake is leading Seton Catholic 35-6, but of interest, ALA Gilbert North and Poston Butte tied at 14 at halftime. Also keeping an eye on St. Mary's, which I believe is number 5 in this week's power rankings in the 4A conference, leading Yuma Catholic 21-17. That game being played downtown Phoenix. So, Derek, a whole lot of interesting stuff going on.
Let's talk about the fact that CDO Canyon del Oro was defeated last night by number 26 Micah Mountain in the 4A ranks.
Yeah, they're bad.
And Snowflake looks like they're going to hold on to a victory against Seton. So effectively, your top 2 teams in 4A going into the playoffs could be ALA Gilbert and Snowflake, which were moved up from the 3A ranks into 4A. So
and into the most brutal region in the 4A conference.
One of the most brutal regions. So when I look at that, I sit and go, oh, well, some people sit back and say, well, justifiably they need to. I still think, well, I'll keep my opinions to myself. I think it's stupid that, a rural public school had to move up with an enrollment that they have. However, the say-sayers, not the naysayers, can sit and say, oh, look, they belong there. So it could be interesting how this is all going to shake out.
Here we go. It's the Horn Auto Center drive of the half. And I know that this is kind of inverted, but I think the drive of the half has to be Paradise Honors' last drive, where they're thrown into the end zone. It wound up with points, just not points scored by the team that you'd think the defense winds up getting some points. The Horn Auto Center drive of the half. We've seen a lot of great plays considering a Beeler orthodontic straight line play of the half, but I think you're looking at it. The one that punctuated the drive of the half.
Punctuated.
Kishbaugh with the 106-yard score after the reception. And then Deemer's glass-shattering hits of the game. I think, unfortunately, at this point, the biggest hits have all involved flags. But there hasn't been an awful lot of big pops.
But I'm going to tell you, though, yes, we want a glass-shattering hit, but at the same time, Pena's block there might be our glass-shattering hit of the week. Here it is right here. Looking around. Oh, no. Here you go.
Just a boop.
Kishbaugh goes to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Cougars.
I tell you what, if the Cougars are able to bring the hardware home this year, I hope that
wouldn't that be something?
Pena's block there is one of the things that is going to go down in the lore. As we're getting ready to,
wouldn't that be interesting to see? Is you have the Sholo Cougars even play for the title would be a fantastic way to cap.
Oh yeah,
because you got Mogion. Now the 2A ranks Holbrook didn't represent as well as we wanted them to this year, but that's okay. 11-1. Well, they're not done yet, but they're done. Anyway.
This is the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. You pay the lowest tuition in the state. Brewer back to receive as it is teed up and kicked away. The last 2 had gone out of bounds, but he's going to take this one on an awkward hop near the 10. Loses the football, and it's still free. The Panthers have recovered it.
Derek, the Panthers recovered it. We were wrong. Derek, we
look
talked
at
about
this.
the Cougars were going to get that ball. By the way, Cougars and Panthers, what kind of the difference in the animal are we dealing with here? Are they all Cougars? Are they all Panthers?
I don't know. I just know that Forrest Gump feels sorry when he starts a fight at one of their parties. As we're looking at what I think that he just never put a fork. No, he
just fumbled it.
Yeah, slipped
he just fumbled it. That's a live ball.
He's wearing the sleeve.
Hey, here's Baker. Baker wasn't expecting to be back on the field, and here he is.
Got 3 receivers going to the right side. Started draw with Cooper as he's going to run up this gut and have enough for a first down before he has stood up inside the 10. Well, maybe he doesn't have enough for a first down.
Derek, these second and shorts always bring up interesting play calling from the offensive coordinator. Do you just get the first down? Do you do something a little creative, try some mistrickeration to get the ball in the end zone? I don't know.
Also got to note that the first mistake that was induced by the weather occurs on the Sholo side. So
Are we going to blame that on the weather?
I believe so, and I'll tell you why after this. As Baker's again moving to the right, trying to find some space as he throws this to the back of the end zone. It's caught.
Oh, my
Is he in
goodness.
bounds?
They signaled.
Is.
Back judge and the H signaled touchdown. Actually, the H didn't signal. The back judge signaled touchdown.
I couldn't see who caught it.
Member of Paradise Honor Panthers, I believe.
I think that is Lailson. Lailson was the one who was able just to find a little bit of space in the back corner of the end zone. Great job by Baker to find him, as that's his 4th touchdown throw. He has now thrown for 248 yards. And
wow,
having that ball sliding along those sleeves on Brewer, I think that's going to be the thing that's going to lead to.
Brewer's the quarterback. He does have the sleeves on, doesn't he? You think he couldn't tuck it away there?
Yes. Well, 11-10 to go, 34-28. The Cougar lead is down to 6 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
So here you're taking a look at the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. He initially had it, but it just rolled right up.
You're right,
Derek.
He tucked it away in those sleek compression sleeves.
So Brewer's back again to receive. And this one now looming large. The Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. As this one angling away from him and will be taken. That's Cooper, who's got a head of steam. He's running out of the gut. He's moving to the outside. He's in Paradise Honors territory before he's finally brought down at the 20.
At the 20-yard line by number 2, and that is Vance Cooper, potentially saving. Now, Derek, I was just going to make a comment like this is what you expect from a 4-5 matchup, where the number 5 team storms back and guess what? We kind of threw that out the window, and then we have this. And we flip it again, and Cooper brings it all the way down to the 20, where the Cougars are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 20.
All right, 1 minute in, and who needs long fields, right? It really feels with the success that the Panthers have had that the Cougars really need to punch this one in. Here's Pedraza spinning away from tacklers. He's inside the 10. He's got a comfort fit denture first down as he's hit the 5 after a 15-yard gain.
They're marking him right down at the 5-yard line. Move those chains. We're going to set the clock on that first down. 10:50 ticking off.
Pedraza right now the second leading rusher with 54 after that gain. Leading away is Brewer, who has 88 on just 5 carries. Now, with the I formation, handoff, going right at Walker, and he's got his
touchdown. Walker.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. He had run the same play to get the first 2-point conversion. And how's that for a quick response?
That is a freshman right there, by the way, running wild on the Paradise Honors Panthers.
Jet Walker, freshman?
Jet Walker is a freshman.
Good heavens, he's huge.
Good young man, too.
Well, that's what counts. But you don't score touchdowns with goodness. As here is the extra point. That's up and good. 41-28. I tell you what, I hope you had the over here at Sholo High School. There's 10 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lots of points being scored on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Since 2006, Beeler Orthodontics has been creating spectacular smiles in the White Mountains. Dr. Beeler and his team use innovative technology and cutting-edge orthodontics while still providing a hometown experience. From traditional braces and clear aligners to surgical orthodontics, Dr. Beeler works with smiles of all ages. So call them today to schedule a complimentary exam at 928-537-7775 or visit them at BeelerOrtho.com. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
They want a cannon at Sholo High School. They asked us to let you know.
They want a cannon.
I don't know if anybody's listening now has any authority on cannon deliverance.
We asked about the cannon, like, why do you want a cannon? They said, to fire it off when we score touchdowns.
That thing would be red hot right now.
That thing would be, I mean, are we talking like something else?
Oh, and we got another fumble kick. This time it's handled and brought down with possession, as it was Lailson who nearly had that one roll up him. You had a halftime temperature of 28 degrees, correct?
I did have a halftime temperature of 28, which a cannon would have really helped us out. Now, I'm trying to figure out what kind of cannon they want here at Sholo High School. Are we talking like something from the fields of Gettysburg? Or are we talking like, you know...
Mookie Betts, they could bring him in and he could just throw it 100 yards.
That would be a very unique thing.
Yes, it wouldn't make a noise, though. First down play, Baker from the shotgun, looking to the right, and he's got a man behind the defense again. It's again Morales, and he is again going to go the length of the field, as this one will be a 73-yard score.
So we have had 3 scores in a minute and 43 seconds of this half. It is now 41-34 in favor of the Sholo Cougars.
321 yards. Now, having been thrown by Gage Baker, and that time it was just busted coverage.
28 degrees isn't affecting the Panthers very much.
No, we were wrong about that.
We were wrong, but the game isn't. The game is far from over, Derek.
And I tell you what, the Cougs don't want to have happen too much of is, this is
that's a ride.
Not going to have the distance. So it remains a 7-point game with 10 minutes and 17 seconds left, but Sholo does not, after all the momentum that it had in the first half, want to have this thing maintained at a one-possession ball game, because as we have seen, the Cougars are prone to have turnovers that have been inspired by the weather. And interestingly, Paradise Honors hasn't turned it over yet.
That's good.
They have not turned it over yet. And that time, Baker, Morales with their second long strike. Morales.
Oh, I just saw the Holbrook Wilcox score.
I'm going to go ahead and shout that out.
That's a 51-6 long night for the runners.
Morales has 173 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Interestingly, the second leading receiver, Lailson, has but 1 catch for 5 yards. The Cougars spending a little bit of extra time on the sideline. Coming out, Carson Cooper is going to the left. Jet Walker is up on the right with Brewer, the lone deep man. And now everybody taking a down position here for Paradise Honors. Has that been going on?
Yes, they've been doing that every kick.
Northland Pioneer College.
There's
kickoff.
Walker.
When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College and pay the lowest tuition in the state, as Walker runs up to the 30. A flag comes out.
I'm not quite sure, but I think that might be a block in the back. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see we're going to get the white hat to tell us what it was, but my eyes tell me that may be a block in the back, and that's going to be a spot foul, and that's going to put the Cougars, we're inside the 30, so that's going to be half the distance. That's if it's a block in the back, it's only maybe not half the distance. This could be a big one. All right, here we go.
Well, they've already marked it off. Sholo was already walking back.
Nope, illegal blindside. So that's a 15-yarder. That's a half the distance. So that puts them at about the 12-yard line from where the penalty occurred.
10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Oh, I beg your pardon. I had just said Paradise Honors had committed a turnover, but of course I forgot about how the half ended, for heaven's sake. Here's Brewer going under center. He's got an I formation behind him, dotted by Kishbaugh. Correction, they're split backs. Handoff goes Kishbaugh, running to the left. He's got some room. He bounces it outside. He's in a foot race as he is approaching midfield. 2 men to beat as he's trying to cut back inside. Stays on the sideline. He's over the 40 and eventually pushed out of bounds at the 15.
You know, Derek, I know rushing yards is big, but that young man's getting racked up some all-purpose yards tonight, isn't he? What did you have him unofficially on that run?
That's a 73-yard run. And now he is over the century mark.
That's just on rushing. We do have 106 all-purpose to add to that.
He's got the catch for 45 yards, 111 rushing yards, the 106-yard touchdown return, and his team is back in the red zone. Ball spotted at the 16, 9 minutes and 58 seconds left. 41-34, Sholo leads, but this game has an eternity, and the offenses are exploiting as the fake handoff is had by Brewer as he's bouncing outside. He's got blocking help, and how about a 2-play, 88-yard drive to put it into the end zone and momentarily make it 47-34.
I noticed you used the term momentarily. Look, he even slipped on that. I didn't catch the replay right away, but did he fake that handoff? It didn't.
Yes.
Here we go. He fakes it to Pedraza. And then, here we go. And he almost slips on the ground, another casualty of the night, but maintains its footing. And 54 there, Zane Engel helps springing him loose. Sorry, I just want to make sure we give props. We have a good extra point. Kick,
Mountain
snap,
Mobile
hold.
Auto Glass touchdown
Snap,
makes
kick,
it
hold.
48-34 after the extra point is good. 9 minutes and 51 seconds left. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. Pay the lowest tuition in the state. Right now, I think that NPC could send some math students down here. They could get a credit just for trying to keep up with all the points that are being thrust upon the scoreboard. Right now, a 2-touchdown lead, 2-play, 88-yard drive, keeping it on the ground, and now keeping it short. This one's going to take a hop and get by Naylor. Oh, wait, who is that? Well, he's still on his feet, and he's trying to come to the near sideline and eventually push out of bounds. That is Lailson. Nine minutes and 44 seconds to go. 48-34. And here comes Baker, who's thrown for 321 yards. His favorite target is Morales, who's caught for 173 yards. There's 3 receivers going off to the right side. Going to start a draw with Cooper. He's able to get beyond the line of scrimmage, but it looked like the Cougars had that one snuffed out a little bit better.
Yeah, that's nothing really much more you can say about the defensive line there.
That draw play had been having some success of late. So it's been a furious third quarter that started when Brewer had fumbled the kick, and then it's just been big play after giant play, as now Baker dropping back, got a safety valve. Instead, he's going to throw this one over the flat where it's caught by Barkhart, runs it up to the 30, but forced back after a relatively modest gain of 3.
Yeah,
third down and 7.
Modest gain of 3, and the clock keeps moving, something we haven't seen a lot of here in the second half.
Barkhart has 50 yards receiving on 4 catches, and this is a pretty big play for both sides of the football.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
2 touchdowns separate the two teams. Keep an eye on Morales, as I believe he is off on the right side. Move Cooper to the left. Pressure being shown by the Sholo defense as Baker throws this one up, caught but shy of the yard marker, and they're going to bring him down before he can get to the 35.
They're going to give him his forward progress to be about a yard short. I see Paradise Honors go for it here because they've had success moving it. However, if they don't, I think either way, but
I think you got to kick this.
I think you do too. We have number 12 for the Cougars. Villalba is hobbling off, and he has been definitely something
we have not
on offense.
seen him be picked on at all. Also, with these passes that are now a timeout being taken by Sholo.
That could prove to be interesting to take that off late in the game.
We got a Summit Regional Medical Center. This could be big, in large part because it's with 329 yards passing in 2+ quarters, and we have never really seen Villalba, who has allowed many of these, and now they potentially are going to be playing without him.
Villalba's done a great job. It looks like he's not. Oh, he's wincing a little bit in pain there. His night may be done.
It looked like it might be an ankle when the way he was coming off.
As long as it's not a knee, an ankle, he could probably get on and play. We're back in action.
After the Cougar timeout, 4th down and 1. Shotgun snap, throw it out to a vacated right side. That's a pass to Stabler, who's got enough for a Comfort Fit Denture first down on a gain of 2.
You know, Derek, credit Stabler there. He just stuck his arms out, and I mean, it was nonchalant. He just got that and went forward. Great job. Kept this drive moving right along for the Paradise Honors Panthers.
We'll keep an eye on the sideline and Villalba, as here comes Baker, who's now thrown for 331 yards, 7 minutes and 35 seconds to play. His team's trailing 48-34. Cooper on his left. Trips also coming to the open side. Baker from the shotgun, dropping back deep. Wanted to drop this off, but instead he's going to have to run to the right, unload just to get this thing out of bounds, preserve the 2nd and 10. So that time the Cougar pressure able to disrupt, but that is the first incompletion that he's thrown in his last 5 attempts. And now facing 2nd down and 10. And again, got to mention Vance Cooper. He's run for just 31 yards, and he's struggled to get those. Sholo trying to bring pressure, but it's picked up. Flip this one over the middle where it looked like it was intended for one of the referees. And he is able to be helped up after ducking underneath it.
I like to see the replay. That's a great job of getting out of the way.
I think it's a better job of picking himself up. If I had to hit the ground that fast, I would stay there.
I think we all are in agreement.
3rd down and 10. Panthers have already converted one 4th down play deep in Sholo territory, or deep in their own territory. Paradise Honors almost certainly ready to give themselves 2 opportunities to pick up these 10, as Sholo's trying to confuse along the front. Drop 8, flip this one up, it's nearly intercepted but broken up instead. That's Cooper.
Cooper he had that long run and now playing on some defense. It looks to me like we still have is it Villalba still being worked on? Yes,
he's on the table.
Looks like he's on the table. Our Summit
and they're
Healthcare
taking off his left shoe.
That's not going to be cold.
Meanwhile, 4th and 10, 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. They've already converted one 4th down play. They are on their own 36-yard line. There's one player back expecting this one to be punted as Baker drops back, and he's going to lay this one up and will be intercepted. Taken by Kishbaugh. Coming over the 50. He's got blocking help as he cuts back to the far side. cuts it back up the middle, and winds up actually turning this into a net positive. If he had just knocked it down, they would have started right there anyway.
Yeah, but it looked way cooler the way he did it.
It did. His second interception and long return. And I know that we have flirted with saying such things, but Points here could start to make this thing inch into the deep freeze as we take a look at the most interesting score as far as the Sholo fans consider, and it's 35-28, Thatcher leading Valley Christian.
Looks like there's about 7 minutes left in that game from my my source down there in the Gila Valley.
Sabino and Eastmark still tied at 21 as this one's pitched out and had over the 30. Jet Walker is able to gain 5 on first down. Got a chant of this game's over, but I've been watching these Panthers and their high-flying offense, and I don't know if I'm comfortable agreeing with that yet. But it's getting close. Almost approaching now the halfway mark of the third quarter. Yes, I said the third quarter. And yes, it's 28 degrees. And yes, the Cougars have a 2-touchdown lead, and they're trying to capitalize after that interception in return from Kishbaugh. As the handoff goes Pedraza as he runs toward the left end, is stopped a yard shy of a first down.
Derek, at this point, if you're Sholo, are you thinking about keeping it on the ground like this to keep the ball out of Paradise Honors' hands and just eat up time and be content with a 48-34 is a great margin. They can take a long drive and put one in. That would make me very happy because it would be sooner we could get in vehicles, but we do have a pretty good football game on our hands right now.
I formation, Wilson's deep. Pedraza's up front. Under center goes Nash. Handoff, Wilson runs to the right side, gets over the 20, and has more than enough for a Comfort Fit Denture first down. He needed 1, he gained 7.
That was Walker, wasn't it?
Yes. And the surge that the Sholo offensive line is getting, again, would suggest that the Panthers are getting a little bit fatigued. They've been playing a football game for 2 hours and 3 minutes now in elevation in literally freezing weather.
Probably left at noon or before.
Oh, give this one to Pedraza as he goes up the gut and is in the end zone for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. 19-yard score. They're tired, Hewish.
Yeah, they're tired. Sholo's going to come on and put in an extra point here. That's why I'm saying if they can avoid Giffen Vialba back on this field and get him healthy, but it looks like right now it looks like they might be taping him up, trying to get him back in this game.
54-34 for the moment. Good snap down, kick is away, and it's good. 55-34, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Still in the third on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Couple of scores here. Snowflake leading Seton Catholic 35-6. Post and Butte and ALA Gilbert North still tied at 14 in the third quarter. That is a shocker.
Sabino Eastmark?
Tied at 21 in the third quarter still. And Wilcox all over Holbrook 51-12.
So where are we? We're not quite at a running clock at that Holbrook game yet.
St. Mary's leading 28-24 over Yuma Catholic.
I think, Derek, that somebody's going to go get a cannon.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what kind of cannon.
All right, Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. Pay the lowest tuition in the state. Taking it on a short hop. trying to find some blocking help as he goes
Great
over the
coverage.
30, and then eventually brought down at the 34. That's
Great
Jaden Nailson
coverage.
again.
Great coverage there by the Cougars.
That was a tough gather. As here come the Panther offense. Had to go for it twice on 4th down, unsuccessfully on the last. Turned it over on an interception. 5 minutes and 9 seconds, trailing 3 touchdowns with essentially a quarter and a half to play. So there's time enough. He's got to mix in some stops too. As here,
draw
fake the
play.
give, draw now is Cooper, runs over the 40, puts his head down, and is spilled after an 8-yard gain.
I know Kishbaugh is a great two-way player, but I get a little nervous when he lowers his shoulder like that, and he didn't seem like he was getting up slow, but he seemed like he was getting up slow, especially if you're a Sholo Cougar fan right now.
2nd down and 2. The best offense from Paradise Honors has been 20 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Their plays have all been big plays is what you're saying, correct?
Yes. So now working from the pistol, but they're going to keep it on the ground with Cooper, who's trying to spin away from an initial 3 or 4 tacklers, and looks like he just gets beyond the line of scrimmage, so make it 3rd down and 1.
This is huge for them. I mean, we say that's over, but it's huge for them, Derek, but this is pretty big in a nonchalant way.
Well, they're going to take 2 cracks.
You have to. You have to. You're down 3 scores right now.
Cooper going off to the left of Baker, 3 receivers to the right. Vacated and thrown to Morales, who was able to run past the initial defender and get to midfield for a Comfort Fit Denture 1st down after the gain of 6.
They look like they marked him out of bounds and stopped the clock, so the chains are going to be set, but we will not. Looks like we will not start to the snap, so that means we're 3:53, just under 4 minutes left till the end of the quarter.
Didn't quite get to midfield. But they got the clock running. Paradise Honors doesn't huddle, but they also don't hurry. As Cooper standing back at the 40, waiting as Baker is going to get into the shotgun formation with 3 receivers. Oh, and nearly moving before the snap, but now moving the pocket to the left is Baker, and he falls down at the 40. Welcome to the frigid White Mountains.
We're not quite the frozen tundra, though,
No.
you know, but the field at Sholo.
I can tell you that would not have happened down in Avondale or thereabouts. Push this one all the way back to the 39. 2nd down and 18. Paradise Honors in its own territory, trailing 3 touchdowns. Lateral pass is thrown to Cooper, runs over the 40 before he gets dropped, but a long way to go for just 3 yards.
I love that play right there. You get it to your athlete and make your athletes be athletes, but that's a 3rd, and is that about 18 is what you have?
Yes, apparently I was generous with the 3 yards. 3rd and 18, they only gained 1. Sholo spending a little bit more time shuttling players in and out of its defensive front. I don't think that the Panthers have the same luxury, as they're going to send 3 receivers out to the open side. Single man on the far side, I believe, is Lailson. Looking in that direction, but now pressured. Baker's going to run. Runs over the line of scrimmage and gets to the 45. Might have gained 3 or 4, but it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay.
Stops the clock at 2:09. It's 4th down and 12. No, it's not. It's 4th down and 14. The stick looks like it's one of those level bubbles. It just keeps moving all over the place, but going to eventually settle on the 46. And now Paradise Honors, I believe, needs a timeout. 2:09 left in the 3rd quarter, 55-34. The Cougars lead on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
2:09 to play in the third quarter. 55-34. The DJ knows this is a big play. Got two receivers on either side. Correction, there's trips going out wide right on the close side.
Wide right, yep.
Baker is in an empty backfield as he takes the snap, wants to draw, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. A great play by, who is that, 83?
Cutter Pepper.
Well, you talk about you like watching your offensive players get the ball in space and make a play. Pepper there on the defensive side in space, making a great play. And the Cougars now take over. This might be our glass-shattering hit of the game. Take a look. No, you don't. Man, he dropped it for a loss.
I know. Pena still has my vote, but it wasn't shattering.
No, it was glass rattling. But that was shattering. As here comes Brewer back out with a 3-touchdown lead. Pitch this one, and now trying to throw it back to him, but the defense is reading it, nearly intercepting it.
I see a flag coming in. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that might be for an eligible man downfield.
Well, that play took a while to develop.
Yeah, we'll see. 76 was downfield. Well, I don't know. I can't tell. Let me see if we check the replay again. If the white hat taps the top of his hat, it's going to be a legal man downfield. And they're marching it back, so here we go. Hey, guess what call that was, Derek?
I think that most times when you have a passing play that takes that long to develop, you're probably going to have a man downfield.
Oh, there he is right there. I see it on film.
52?
Yep. Great job by the umpire for getting that right. Great job by this officiating crew this evening.
Back into Sholo territory. Handoff to Kishbaugh.
Pedraza.
As he goes up the middle for a gain of 4. He has 81 yards and a touchdown. Relatively quiet compared to the thunder that he's playing in the backfield with.
I'm looking for Villalba either on the field or on the sidelines, and I am not seeing him. Have you spotted him, Derek?
I don't see him. But he's he's over here between two coaches. I don't think that they're going to bring him back in.
I see him. I don't think I think you're right.
Especially at this point in the game, 13 minutes separating you from the semifinals, and you lead 3 touchdowns. And is now split backs behind.
By the way,
Brewer wants to start the option, eventually pitches it out here to Kishbaugh, who's got it in space at the 40, 35, and runs out of bounds after he picks up a Comfort Fit Denture first down and a gain of 12.
I don't have a final score, but I have a final win and loss that Thatcher has defeated the Valley Christian Trojans. If you can get us a score, that would be fantastic. My contact down there giving me updates. Thank you to him.
Last score was 49-28 in the fourth quarter. So now it's just a matter of health.
Thank you to Michael Fraley, from a friend of mine from Valley Christian, to give us those generous updates. Very good man.
Here's Brewer looking to throw this one over the middle, where it's caught and still on his feet at the 5 and spun down inside.
That's Colton Cloyd.
Yes, it is.
Number 31 with the catch.
Gains 30 yards on the catch. Also got to say, Push Ridge has ended Round Valley's season 44-0. Round Valley proudly playing in the 3A conference, and I'd say it's a good thing for the 2A conference that they are provided that opportunity. I'll put it that way, because those suckers are good. They're tough. And they always just run out of gas right on the quarterfinals.
Well, it's a long trip. It is a warmer climate, though, but they...
Here's a handoff. Kishbaugh running to the near side, trying to get to the pylon. Does so. Scores it. 61-34 on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown.
Derek, we've talked about it before, as Kishbaugh goes in, speaking of Round Valley, we've talked about it before that sometimes their struggles in the playoffs have come outside the dome. They seem to do extremely well. That's a great atmosphere to play in up there, but when they get out of it, sometimes it seems that they struggle a little bit. So congratulations to them on a good season and for playing up in the 3A. You are right, though. I think very lucky that they're not in the 2A ranks after.
Kick is up and good. 62-34 with 35 seconds to play.
In the third quarter.
We have been playing football now for 2 hours and a quarter, And can you get the temperature? Is it?
It's going to be like 27 degrees, Derek.
I'm still showing 30 degrees.
You come to us from some warmer climate. All right, here we go. According to the app on my phone that says weather, it still is 28 degrees.
That app don't know.
But, Derek, I have this nice little propane heater on my feet. I'm actually getting a little warm. You want some extra gloves.
Yeah, yes.
We're in the White Mountains.
35 seconds left. This started off as a bit of a nail-biter after Brewer had fumbled the opening kick to start the second half. Paradise Honors in short order capitalizes it on it, makes it a one-touchdown ball game, but then Carson Cooper has a huge return, and the Cougars are able to get back up 2 touchdowns, and then the defense took over.
Paradise Honors is going to return this for some huge yardage, and we're going to start back over in this trend again.
62-34, though. It's
getting there. It's getting there. I get that, Derek.
Here comes Morales, who's made big plays through the air, but this time is able to run it to the 35-ish, maybe the 40.
Good return on a otherwise normal night.
They're pushing this one all the way up to the 42. So excellent field position.
Good field position. Good run.
Hey, BT Dubs, that was the Northland Pioneer College kickoff.
You said 42. Isn't that the 38?
Oh, yeah. The man with the sticks is having a little bit of a hard time. To the right, Cooper gets the call. Starts running up the middle, goes over the 40 and down to the 45, where he has a gain of 6. And that ought to be the final play of the third quarter, which has seen the Cougars eventually start to space it out. And again, go back to 12 game minutes ago, after the 106-yard interception return that ended the half, it seemed as if they were going to cruise, but credit the Panthers for making it close for a moment, but eventually all the playmakers for Sholo started to really make their presence felt, and now they're going into the final quarter seemingly on cruise control. 12 minutes to play in the quarterfinals. Winner gets Thatcher. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
There have been 96 points scored in 3 quarters of football.
Did you take the over or the under?
Man, I took the under. I thought, no, all right, now this is going for Morales, and there's the interference flag.
Now, Derek, you asked a little bit earlier about an example of pass interference. That would be a perfect example. But one thing you got to note about pass interference is where was the ball when it happened? I think
they could call holding if they wanted to.
That's true. They could call defensive holding, which is a 10-yard penalty. Pass interference is a 15, and it is not an automatic first down in high school. However, the ball looked like it was in the air. Therefore, we have a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
I love fans and parents both. Telling him to let them play, but you got him fully extended and holding on to jersey. That's you can't do both.
Well, there's a fistful of jersey that was had there.
I guess.
I would definitely say that was a textbook example of the PI.
I agree. And it moves it out to the Sholo 40. 62-34 is the score. Going into the end zone again, and that one,
there looked like there might have been a little extracurricular activity, but there was a no call. And that one, I'm going to say great no call.
All right, Kishbaugh.
Well,
you be the judge. No, you know what?
That was both. That was
not Morales. That was Ast, and they were kind of pushing each other. So
that was equally
call.
Great no call. This officiating crew is doing a great job. I think they are doing fantastic this evening in this game. This long game, keep in mind.
I know the Sholo fans don't want to hear it, but calling those 2 unsportsmanlike flags early in the ballgame, I think, really set the tone to let everybody know they weren't going to be taking no guff.
Well, which one? But the other one was there was the hold in the middle.
Well, they had the first one out of bounds over here, and the second one out.
We had the other one.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The tackle that we talked about, and I mean that was obvious. It was, and but I think it's been very well officiated and taken care of, and the penalties have taken care of themselves.
3 yards gained there by Cooper. And they fake the handoff to him. Baker surveys, now looking up top where he's got a man with some space, but I think the cold weather is starting to make its presence felt as he's starting to flex his hands, if I'm not misunderstanding the gesture.
You know, Derek, something to note, and this is kind of a weird thing, is Paradise Honors has 2 big propane heaters over there, and for most of the night I've been able to see them. And as the games went on, they've been kind of covered up by lots of Panthers over there warming themselves up on those heaters. It's got to be a long night. I mean, there are a handful of young men on this team that have never been in weather like this.
No, yeah. 4th down and 7 or 8 as Baker drops back toward midfield, pressured, moves to his right, looking along the sideline where there's nothing there but Sholo Cougars, and they're going to turn it over on downs once again. Baker's now thrown for only 337 yards. I say only because after he had struck with Morales for the 73-yard score early in the third quarter, he was at 321 yards. I thought he was going to throw for 500.
That's a great night, but you know where that turning point was? That interception to Kishbaugh that we showed. It was a huge turning point. I mean, and they did capitalize on the Brewer mistake after the kickoff, but they just aren't able to close out. This night's kind of belongs to the Sholo Cougars.
Yuma Catholic has defeated St. Mary's 32-28.
That's a big one too for the Lobos in that 4A ranks.
Lobos gone final 35-6. As here the Cougars are back out. Handoff, Pedraza runs over the 40 and takes a tackler down to the 43 for a gain of 5.
Derek, you got a 4 touchdown lead. You got a 4-score lead. At what point do you start being a little more conservative with your players in this cold night?
Right now.
Well, that's not up for us to decide. It was up for us for discussion.
ALA Gilbert North leading Poston Butte 28-14 in the fourth quarter.
That's kind of
Sabino and Eastmark are tied at 28 in the third.
You know, Derek, we kind of want to, as we wrap here, we'll get this play over, and I have, a couple things I wouldn't mind saying.
Second down, they're saying it's 4. Brewer getting a block in the backfield. Now flips this one along the far sideline. Nice job just throwing it away. Your thought?
My thought is we have a late flag came in. I'm not sure what that was. If it's going to be, I don't think they're going to call it a blindside block, but it could possibly
I wonder if it'll be offsetting. I think that they just never disengaged.
I'm not sure what it's going to be. It could be as well.
Oh, they're talking to the Paradise Honors sideline.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to get him. Illegal man downfield.
Oh. Well, we'd seen one of the Panthers kind of tumble out of our screen. So I thought that
I think it was from my vantage point, it looked like a pretty clean block because I was watching it pretty closely. One thing I was going to say, Derek, is that tomorrow we have one of our local teams playing in a championship game, the Mogollon Mustangs against the Williams Vikings, and good luck to the Mustangs as they take on Williams, a 3 versus 4 seed. Them kind of upsetting St. David last week, and Williams with a huge upset over the Lobos of Hayden, the blue and white Lobos of Hayden, coincidentally.
This ball's handed off. I think that's Pedraza.
I believe it's Pedraza as well, which is going to bring up a 3rd and about 10 now. So I've had an opportunity to watch both those teams this year, Williams and Mogollon, and I give a slight advantage to Mogollon, but Williams is a force to be reckoned with. They have a couple linemen that are going to cause some serious havoc for the Mustangs. They did meet earlier. Mogollon coming out successful, but that's going to be an interesting one, and good luck to Coach Salmon and his Mogollon Mustangs as they take on Williams tomorrow at Coronado High School.
3rd down and 9. And a timeout taken by the Cougars with 9 minutes and 33 seconds left, leading 62-34. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
At Sholo Ford Stadium this evening, 62-34, 9:33, 9.5 left in this fourth quarter. And Derek and I sitting here talking about some 4A power rankings as they start the playoffs next week. And Derek, you seem to have some thoughts on the 4A rankings.
Well, with Post and Butte looking like it's about to lose, St. Mary's having already lost, Apache Junction, which only beat Ben Franklin by a touchdown, Northwest Christian, they just picked up a big win. What's really driving – a big win. They won at Glendale. But here's the empty backfield. Fake the handoff. Brewer's going to keep. Runs to the right side. Cuts it up, and he's off to the races. One man to beat as he's angling to the pylon, and he's going to get in. As that will be a 62-yard scamper for Brewer.
62 points on the board, 62-yard scamper. Add another 6, 68-34.
So the Lobos had started the year with a win over Northwest Christian. Then these same Cougars, who are poised to go to the semifinals, have beaten Bradshaw Mountain. And
they had the loss to Cactus, the loss to ALA Gilbert.
All their losses have been good.
And then AJ was, I think, a hiccup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't at the game. I didn't see. I've heard some different takes on what happened there, but the bottom line is their schedule has been very good.
Brutal.
And so they have 3 losses, but it's very quality. And
that all of these both quality wins and losses seemingly going to thrust them into the number 2 seed.
I think so. I mean, there's a slight chance they could stay 3, but I think they head up to 2.
So, looking ahead, as the top 2 teams are going to potentially host all the way through the semifinals,
which is huge for Snowflake in weather like this.
Yes,
because you bring a team like Yuma Catholic up here.
I mean, we're talking about potentially having Northwest Christian being able to upset CDO and get another rematch of that one. Which they did not have any trouble playing down in the heat.
How far is CDO going to fall is the question. Are they going to fall to 4?
I doubt
because
it.
their record is 8-1.
But, I mean, look at these power points, 15.192, Post and Butte at 12.9, St. Mary's loss. So, I mean, AJ's going to have to come all the way from 12.859 after beating Ben Franklin.
I still don't know if Snowflake has enough to flip it. I think they do.
But they only have 0.8 of a fewer power point than CDO.
Yeah, so they should flip. Then I think CDO falls to 3. Poston will fall. Does AJ top?
I think AJ's you're probably talking about AJ as your 4th seed.
Well, what's important is going to be who the 3 seed is that might potentially have to come up. It could be with CDO coming up here to Snowflake.
CDO or whomever CDO's playing.
I pity a CDO trip up here to the White Mountains in 3 weeks because Snowflake having to play. Hey, let's get back to this game that we're at. 70-34. The 2-point conversion was good, by the way.
That came after another neutral zone infraction. As this one's gathered, approaching some blocking help is Lailson.
I just kind of feel, Derek,
around.
I still feel like Paradise Honors just kind of hit, I don't want to say they hit a buzzsaw, but they kind of had their backs to the wall on a few different things. They that obviously the run by Kishbaugh, they came out and went right down the field, and we thought, oh. And then for a while there, they were within that one score, within striking distance, and weren't able to get that. So just a long night for them, a long, cold night.
Nine minutes and 15 seconds left, and time stopped. We got a 36-point game, so interestingly, if Sholo can hold and score, the clock's going to start running. And as this game is 2.5 hours long, that's a big deal to at least one of us. As a timeout is taken, And the Cougars, I believe, needed that one. Stop play with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
With 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this one, Eastmark has taken a 35-28 lead over Sabino.
Well, Thatcher won, so that's who these Cougars are going to get. And my understanding is we're going to have that one for you here next Saturday, the 19th.
Yes, at Mountain Pointe High School.
Mountain Pointe down in
As
Ahwatukee.
Grabbed by Stabler.
So, and Derek, if I'm not mistaken, we are planning on carrying that first round home Snowflake game, and we'll learn tomorrow morning between 10 and 11-ish who we're going to have next Friday, Snowflake playing.
Yes.
Coming to you live from Lobo Stadium.
And this will be a doubleheader weekend. Then come down to a Mountain Pointe for the Sholo Thatcher ball game. Quarterback pending. Is now thrown to the far side. And this one caught over the 20. Oh, and it's still on his feet. Run it into the end zone. Barkart. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. And it's almost like these two teams want us to forget what a warm car feels like.
You know, I saw this. I saw this movie. I saw this movie one time. See, there was this guy who was losing, and then he started winning. But anyway.
I don't know if you're talking about Jesus or Rocky.
Both.
Okay.
Both. That'd make a great movie.
Rocky Jesus. All right, there's under 9 minutes to go, and the Panthers, who's trailing 70-40, going for two-pointer here to make it a 4-touchdown game again. As this one's thrown over the goal line,
you know,
and
Derek,
had by Nope, who is that? That's Garrison Ast.
You know, Derek, one of the things that I appreciate about this is that this Paradise Honors team did put up 42 on the Sholo Cougars. Yes, Sholo had the offense going, but that's going to be interesting to see how they match up against these Thatcher Eagles, because my understanding is Thatcher's big up front.
Yeah.
And Sholo has some size up front, and they're able to move holes. Can Thatcher hang with the speed of Kishbaugh and Brewer? And can, Pedraza's been punching it through. Villalba's going to be a huge question mark going into next week. So, I mean, you got to give the advantage to Thatcher just because they are undefeated in the 3A ranks. But
well, that game's going to be one up front. Whichever defensive front is able to minimize the impact of the other offensive line, I think, is going to come away with the win there, because the playmakers are going to neutralize each other. Oh, this Northland Pioneer College kickoff reminds you to kick off your college education.
It's got the lowest tuition in the state.
It does. You'll pay it. Brewer.
Oh, they're
long time.
They're an onside kick formation. So, I think Paradise Honors is going to try some matriculation here.
This one squibbed, and
that's going to be a flag. I believe that. I couldn't get a number jumped off on that far side. We could probably go to the replay and see it. Yep, clearly. Oh yeah, that was way over on that far side. That young man, I believe it was number 6, maybe. So did you do the onside again, Derek?
Yeah. I mean,
at this point, cold is cold, right?
Yeah. While that was ongoing, it was well played on that far side. I couldn't see which of the Cougars was able to scoop that up, but scoop he did. Might have been Pedroza.
Well, they got as much of the hands team as they can get. Brewer back deep. They're going to kick it. That's going to go out.
It's going out
of bounds. No, it's going to roll around.
Oh, taking it at the 10, and immediately having to make man miss. Now all the coverage is run upfield, and there goes Brewer. He's at the far sideline. He's cut back to the middle. He's at the 20. He's got to come back inside, and still on his feet at the 5, the 10, and
oh my
pylon.
goodness.
I think they kept him out. He runs it back to the 1. All right, it won't go out of bounds. It refuses to go out of bounds.
Guess who was out lead blocking for him? Pena. And was it glass shattering? No. Here we go. Watch. As Brewer's going to cut, see Pena down there, number 50. He's looking. We want to thank our guys for these replays. They are doing a fantastic job getting us these replays. There's Pena.
Great job replaying, but terrible job listening to the time.
Okay, 50. Here he goes. Pena. Oh, just get an arm out. Here he goes. And Sholo's going to line up.
Jackson, I told you that would happen.
Oh, looks like Pedraza took a direct snap and just dove in the end zone.
They've already got it in the end zone. A Mountain Mobile Autoglass touchdown.
You know, Derek, we also do want to give a shout out to our sponsors who watch the commercials. We want to support our local businesses that do a great job of bringing you these high school games. Mountain Mobile Autoglass NPC, Comfort Fit Dentures, Horn Auto. I'm missing like 3 or 4.
It's the Sholo Ford presentation.
Sholo Ford presentation of high school football on iTalk.
And for the extra point, it's away. It's good.
Now,
it's 77-42 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to play. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Autoglass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Autoglass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Autoglass, cash back to you.
welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com as the Sholo Cougars square up to kickoff, leading 77-42. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this game here at Sholo High School at Sholo Ford Stadium. There's Morgan with the kick. Kick is fielded on about the 15. Fielded by Morales. Little extracurricular activity, and we have a flag coming out here. And the officials are going to come together and sort out this one. And Morgan hobbling off the field a little bit. Doesn't look like it's going to get called. The officials come together to make the call here.
Looked like they pushed Morales out of bounds.
Personal foul on Sholo. That's going to move it 15 down the field, and it's going to be good field position for the Paradise Honors Panthers as we head through this fourth quarter, approaching 8.5 left in the quarter.
I think they got Coop. Nope. Oh, that is.
First and 10 for the Paradise Honors Panthers at the just shy of the 45-yard line, so about the 43. Here's Baker with the snap. Baker looks, being rushed. Flag on the ground. Baker throws deep. Wide open is 13.
That's
Lailson, and I believe this is going to be short-lived. It's going to come back. There is a flag on the ground. In the position where we most likely have holding.
I couldn't tell what had happened there that allowed Lailson to get way behind his defender. Looked like he was feinting as if he wanted to block upfield, and everybody started pursuing what they thought was a ball-carrying quarterback.
Holding on the offense, we're going to back it up 10, and we're going to try it again. Baker has now thrown for 337 yards in this game.
Well, it's probably closer to 400. I quit keeping track.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
He had those 2 long passes on the last scoring drive that I was not accounting for.
There's Baker with the snap. Baker backs up, steps out of the pocket, rolls to his right, throws it deep. He's got a man open, and I cannot get a number. That is number 14, and that's Ast. Ast in the middle of the field, brings it over. Ball is down at the 32-yard line. We're going to move the chains. We're going to set it. That is a Comfort Fit Dentures first down. 1st and 10. 8 minutes and 9 seconds left. 77-42. The Show Low Cougars up on the Paradise Honors Panthers. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 32. There's Baker getting his call from the sideline. Baker signaling, turns, twins to his left. Baker, there's the snap. Baker straight back in the pocket. Throws over the top. Wide open is that Morales
no,
or Ast? It's Ast again. Incomplete in the end zone. That stops the clock as we move forward in this 4th quarter in a game that is getting very long and very old and very cold.
I think that they have replaced most of the Sholo defense at this point. I'm looking at an awful lot of numbers that we haven't spent a lot of time talking about.
I see Walker out there on defense, number 21. He's
Kishbaugh
run
is
for a
also
couple
out
touchdowns.
there, but
Kishbaugh looks
7,
like he's out
11,
there.
I'm not sure that I've recognized seeing those.
Paradise Honors Panthers, again, they do not huddle, but they do take a little bit of time off. There's Baker with the back to his right. Baker steps up. There's the snap. Baker in the pocket, steps up, throws. He throws 12 yards down the field to Ast. Number 14, we're going to get a first down, and the clock stops.
So he has been picking on Bryce Adams. What's interesting is so much of his success has been coming to the right side, but Adams is out there, and it's just been nothing but Baker and Ast throughout this drive.
The officials call inbounds and wind the clock. So there's Baker coming over. He signals to his twins. Looks like he's going to have twins both sides, giving him the play. Baker with the play call. Baker backs up, looks to his left, looks to his right. Motion to this side. Baker backs up in the pocket, rolls to his right. Going, pressure, and Baker is sacked. Brought down by a young...
Oh, no, 58.
58. Jackson Judd, 58. We're going to try to get some shout-outs to these younger Cougar players out here getting their druthers on this cold evening. Good job for them. A lot of these guys have been sitting on the sideline all night, and they're, long sleeves waiting to get in this game, Derek.
And I believe that is the first real true sack.
I've got 2nd and about 23. 2nd and 23. Baker with twins. He's got a split back to his right, twins to both sides. Baker looks, snap, drops back, fires to Ast. Ast down the field for about a 10-yard gain where he is brought down by, is that Walker? I'm not sure who
I'm
he's
not
brought
sure
down by.
either, but again, a tribute to Baker after he had really settled in. Going to this right side, now
7.
finding Ast on that last.
That's Bryce Adams, 7, Bryce Adams, and then number 30, that's Kyle Irvin, comes in to clean him up.
Thatcher, now we got a final at 56-35.
Baker with the back to his left now, twins both sides. There's Baker with the snap and a give to number 7. That is Bryce Adams. Bryce Adams about a 6-yard gain up the sidelines and is out of bounds at pretty close to the 15-yard line.
Actually, Logan Pruitt.
It is Logan Pruitt. You are correct, number 7. Apologize for that. We're going to come with 4th and 5 for Paradise Honors.
Got another final here. ALA Gilbert North 28, Poston Butte 21. So ALA Gilbert North will go in as the number 1 seed, and surely the Lobos will be number 2 in the 4A conference.
I'm pretty sure you're correct, Derek. Now we got trips to the Baker's right side. Split back, Baker drops, steps up, fires deep, and it is off the back of the defender, number 7 for Sholo. That's Bryce Adams off his back, intended for...
It was for Lailson.
I believe that was Lailson that it was intended for.
He was frustrated that he didn't get an interference flag, and I think he's got a case.
The thing is that face guarding is no longer a penalty in high school football. The defender does not have to make that turn on the ball like in the past. So, in my opinion, and it is very humble at that.
Well, what about running? But I think he felt like he was being run out of bounds.
That could be possibly the case because it wasn't all face guarding. Sholo's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. So we have a flag fly.
And they're pulling their note cards out. This might be somebody saying the magic word.
I think an ejection, a frustration. They did pull out their note cards. They're writing something down.
And I tell you what, if the Paradise Honor staff really wants to make this hurt, they don't turn the bus on. He just has to sit in it.
Yeah. Well, actually, an ejected player does not have to leave the sideline anymore.
Well,
an ejected player can say, a coach has to leave, but an ejected player does not. And it looks like it's 15 yards. So here we go. Here's the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Paradise Honors. That's going to give Sholo 15 yards. It's going to put them at their 30 for 1st and 10. I did not see an ejection, which is okay. Do a good job of trying to keep these young men. They're young men in, and they sometimes say things that they shouldn't say. And it looks like we have a new quarterback in the game. It looks like Pedraza comes in, and we have a flag fly as 22. That is Carson Cooper's around the corner for the first downs. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. 77-42 in favor of the Sholo Cougars here at Sholo Ford Stadium on a frigid evening of football.
I can't remember if we've given you this score of late, but Eastmark leading Sabino 42-28. So the final four right now are going to be Eastmark playing host to Push Ridge. Well, no, these are neutral site games.
I couldn't tell what that was. It looked like it might have been a holding call against Sholo. That backs it up 10. We're going to have a 1st and 20 for the Cougars back at their own 21-ish yard line, 22-ish yard line. Pedraza's in at quarterback. Tight formation. Pedraza, there's the give. No, he keeps it. Pedraza goes, and he is stopped very quickly by Cooper of the Panthers.
We were just talking about how the Cougars had a lot of their younger players in, but the Panthers do not. I think that they're playing all of their varsity-capable players. They don't have much else they can go to.
I see number 75 for the Panthers check-in. That is, I don't have my notes. Avon Brill checks in for the Panthers, as it looks like they are making some substitutions. Pedraza gets the play, comes in and meets with this huddle. It looks like Sholo's going to do all they can to crank these minutes off, make a slow attempt at a drive here. There's Pedraza under center, I-back formation, 2 backs behind him. Pedraza with the snap. There's the give. The give is to Walker. Walker with the give. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. We're going to bring up 2nd down and about 16.
Walker's a freshman. We talked about how he's a big dude, but that time, nice patient run. Just took exactly what the hole was providing for him, and he lines up with a pretty good gain, all factors considered.
You know, I had the opportunity to work with him a couple Saturdays doing some youth football games, and he officiated with us, and I have nothing but good things to say about that young man and his abilities and how he's doing and the kind of teammate he is to help this Cougar team. Pedraza out of gun. Trips to his right, tight trips. There's the pitch to 22. Cooper around the corner, and Cooper's going to be stopped for the gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. We're going to have 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Sholo Cougars as the time continues to tick away. 3.5 left in this game. Again, Sholo up 77-42 on this frigid night of football. Anything else, Derek, as we prepare for the next couple weeks? I mean, we got some big stuff coming up. The 4A, 5A, 6A, and the open start. The Cougars are going to go to the semifinals.
I tell you
face
remember
the Thatcher Eagles?
The COVID year when the playoffs started so late, and I think it was Snowflake playing host to Phoenix Christian.
Yes.
In December.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt just so out of place and unusual. And now that the Lobos are playing at the 4A level, it seems as if it's going to be potentially the regular thing.
Well, I think with that COVID year, here's a nice punt. Sholo's going to take it, and they're going to down it on about their 10-yard line, and the Panthers will take over on downs. We're going to take a break here. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
1st and 10 for the Paradise Honors Panthers as we have Baker throw a pass to his left out to number 45 for the Panthers.
Now they're getting into a little bit of a deeper roster.
I don't have 45 on a roster. Gain of nothing on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. As we've been discussing the playoffs and what's coming, Sholo's going to be headed to the semifinals to play they will be hosted, technically in a neutral site, by the Thatcher Eagles. There's Baker. Baker with the back to his right. Looks left. Now the give. Draw play. Draw play is that number
That's Quinton
3.
Daly.
That's Quinton Daly with the carry.
So if the
gain of
season
6 on the play,
had
2nd and 4.
Today, the number 15 team is Thunderbird. They have a gaudy record, but lost to Bradshaw Mountain 37-8, one of their 2 losses. One of those teams in Phoenix where the urban areas in Arizona seem as if they've lost a lot of interest in football, and that is going to be a kind of the antithesis.
There's Baker. Baker turns the wrong way for a draw play intended to give to Daly there, and Baker is now brought down for a loss of about 3. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7. I look for the Paradise Honors Panthers to punt it away here to the Cougars. Finish your thought, Derek, on the Valley and the metro area teams.
Well, they just don't have a lot of interest. So you're talking about Buckeye, which was 16. Combs was 14, but just lost to Arcadia. So Arcadia might have just played its way into state.
There's Baker to do the punting duties. Baker kicks it away. Sholo lands at about the 40-yard line. Is going to roll to about the 50 and over the 50 to the 46-yard line of Sholo. Sholo's going to take over on downs there. We're going to take a break. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and right on iTalk106.7.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford Stadium as the Sholo Cougars take over on downs. And we have, Brewer is back in the game, going to take a knee. One more snap, and that'll effectively end the game and end the season and end the night for the Paradise Honors Panthers. Sholo lives to see another week as they will travel down to Ahwatukee to Mountain Pointe High School to play the Thatcher Eagles in a 4-1 seed in the AIA 2022 3A high school football playoffs. Derek, as we move forward, we kind of are looking at the bracket and looking ahead to who Snowflake's going to have. And it looks like we're going to have about a high of 53 and a low of 25 on that day. So we're going to have not as cold as tonight, but it's still going to be chilly. I bet you whoever does come up, Buckeye, Thunderbird, one of those teams possibly, it looks like it's going to be definitely a warm weather team, whereas, a handful of those players will not have experienced cold like they're going to experience in Snowflake next week.
But hey, we thought the Paradise Honors was not going to play as well in the cold as it did today.
They came up and scored 42, and that's got to be a little bit scary. And there is the cannon. The cannon has been fired. That's got to be a little bit scary for Sholo as they go back to the drawing board and find out what they need to do to hold Thatcher in check. And I believe you mentioned earlier, Derek, that battle is going to be won in the trenches. Are we going to wrap this up and have some final thoughts after this break?
Yeah, let's come back. We'll have a post-game talk right after this. 77-42 is the final at Sholo High School. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
77-42, Sholo wins. As we take a quick look at some of the housekeeping things that we got to do, especially the Horn Auto Center drive of the game.
The drive of the game was no question. It was Paradise Honors' drive that ended in a 106 interception return for a touchdown. That was the key turning point in the game tonight. Absolutely.
And that also the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, especially when you consider how the second half began. The fumbled punt or kickoff, short field. Had they not been able to get that in, I mean, we're potentially looking at Paradise Honors having a 2-touchdown lead at that point.
That could have swung that easy at that point. And here we go again, Derek. As you can see on our broadcast, there's Kishbaugh with just a great play. Now, Derek, we do have this glass-shattering hit of the week, and I know what my vote is.
I know,
but you can come up. I don't mind either way.
I think that because of the magnitude of what happens right here, we'll go with the glass-shattering nudge of the game. But when you could, this is a big one. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, and plus we didn't have a chance afterwards to talk about Stabler much, but he had a big first quarter. It's just the Cougars had so much more that they could offer at him. So here, this is our glass-shattering hit of the game. For all your glass needs, call Teamers Glass 1-888-GLASS-MAN. We didn't have a chance to do the Ace Hardware keys to the game. Let's do that going forward. Sholo needs to do what?
You know, Derek, they can't allow 42 points on this Thatcher Eagle team. I think, though, again, this is the third time we've said it, it's going to be who wins in the trenches. Does the Thatcher have an answer for Stetson Walker? I'm sure that they do, but at the same time, Sholo's got to find a way to shore up that defense. But Thatcher's got to find a way to stop Kishbaugh, Brewer, and even Pedraza tonight had some great things. They got to contend with the young freshman Jet Walker, that's his brother, Jet Walker. Shout out to his brother Ethan, who's a great young man as well. But I think as the keys to the game moving forward is, what is Sholo going to do to adjust to stop Thatcher? We know they can score. They scored last week against Blue Ridge. They've played some weaker competition through the year. They had some struggles early in the year, but scoring points doesn't seem to be their weakness. It's putting it and stopping it in the other team.
Just to give you an idea about how tough it's going to be to win state at the 3A conference this year, the team that played Thatcher closest is Eastmark.
They lost on a last-second field goal.
So Eastmark almost certainly waiting on the other half of the bracket for one of these two teams. If the Cougs are able to come away with this, playing against a top-line Thatcher team and then a team that should be playing 4A and will soon be playing 5A, this is going to be well-earned.
Absolutely. You know, one thing we got to understand, too, and I get it was early and I get it Snowflake didn't play well, but these Cougars did go toe-to-toe with what's potentially going to be the number 2 seed in the 4A conference. And I know that Snowflake had a lot of turnovers and they were rusty, and Sholo had another game under their belt. However, they did go toe-to-toe with them. And I don't think – I mean, Thatcher's going to have to play a very good A game to beat this Cougar squad, because if Kishbaugh gets loose twice, it could be a long one.
It's going to be a big one. Mountain Pointe High. Next Saturday, you'll hear it here on 1067.com. Thank you for starting your weekend with us. Oh, dude, it's Veterans Day. Hey, thanks to all the veterans.
You know what? We forgot about that.
Yeah,
Shout out to all our veterans. All of us have family and something. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your – and if you're out there listening, we really appreciate you tuning in and taking your Veterans Day to be a part of our broadcast this evening. Thank you to all our veterans and current active military.
Thanks to one and all. as we thank you for spending some time with us. Thanks, Hewish, for stepping in. Thanks to
See you next
Nate
week.
and Fish in the truck for doing everything very, very well. And, of course, Scotty and Corbin, who have been killing it on the Crammers.
Great job
all this
tonight.
time.
Great job with the replay. Just a fantastic team here at iTalk. Can't wait to get at it again next week.
All right, this has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Comfort Fit Dentures, Summit Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, and Horn Auto Center. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.